got this feeling inside bubbling over. Don't need no doctor, I know I need my lover. You can't resist, no escape. The feelings start creeping up, coming your way. Yeah, I know I think no matter what they say. You find yourself walking around daydreaming. Roses being red and violets blue. She loves me, yes, she loves me not. That's what you do. You can't get a grip, I know you're acting foolish. Look in the mirror and say, what's this? Looks like something on her own. Love's contagious, something on her own. But it's the sweetest sickness. Feeling inside, bubbling over. You get a feeling inside, bubbling over. Look like something on her own. Love's contagious. I don't need to be cured. Woman, you feel my prescription. Feel like a new man. Don't like my vitamin, you keep me coming. Oh, baby, you're my medicine. When I need you so, never letting you go. And when your love attacked, I couldn't do a thing about it. No, me no one wishing a pharmacist. No, me just wanted to come and treat me. Me no one the doctor come drugs me. No, I no one you do. I got no smell. Fill me up with all of your good stuff, girl. Fill me up, woman, of your patience. And I know it's real the way I feel. No defense from my get
I messed up with you.
how you are if it's like push. Symptoms start showing.
This one. This is live. You put the wrong thing on.
Oh, I did not do that. Uh-oh, we had a technical difficulty. So what, are you just going to delete it then?
I don't know. How do you do that?
Can you edit the title? I don't know.
It's live.
Well, delete it then. Okay, you're just going to leave it on.
Leave it on. It's a lie. We'll change it later. We're fake news.
Feeling inside, bubbling over. I don't need my Oh well.
Oh, hey. How you doing, guys? There's people joining us already.
What's up, guys? Our title is was that too loud? Sorry, our title is incorrect. We are not in a neighborhood well, we are in Huntington Beach, but we're not with Tito Ortiz. We're not with
Hey,
him.
Tito, you can come on over if you want to.
We're not with him.
No.
But we'll have to change that title
Later.
So that is an incorrect. We are fake news. That is an incorrect title.
Please don't kick us off.
We are here to celebrate.
Celebrate?
Yes, we hit 20,000 followers on
Wow.
our Facebook page. That's
Thank
so
you, guys.
Awesome.
You know what? It's not. You know what? Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a big deal for us.
Oh,
anyway.
the band name. Sorry, guys. Hey, Gareth, what's up from the UK? The band, that's Terrace Riley, and it's called Love's Contagious. Terrace Riley, Tarrus. He does. He's
It's a good.
He's
jam.
good reggae.
It's a
He's good reggae.
It's a good jam. I like to jam.
Hey guys, first timer from North Carolina, Drake. What's up?
Hey guys.
We've been doing this for a little while, right? We took a little break.
Yeah. Well, we haven't been live streaming for that long. We've only been live streaming for a few months, but we just have these long, crazy conversations all day long, and we're like, why don't we just invite people into our conversation? So that's what we try to do. We try to just talk how we normally would talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we like to sit here and Brian's reading stuff all day long, and I'm reading stuff on Twitter and all day long. And
sometimes we cross paths, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we're on the same page.
And then we'll meet and we'll be like, did you hear this? Check this out. And we just discuss all day long what we think things mean based on what we've already learned and based on all the information that Q has given us. Q has given us so much to work with.
Uh-oh.
And
better not say that. I don't know. Do they is there somebody listening? Do you think his minions are listening right now? The Zuck?
I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm sure. Actually, that's one thing
Filter yourself.
Actually, I was gonna say.
Filter yourself.
I'm really surprised we're still on.
Hey, don't
say
you're
that.
gonna jinx us now.
No, wow. I'm not. I'm not trying to jinx us. Okay. I'm just saying.
Hey, from Texas, Mondo, what's up?
We should have been kicked off a long time ago.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's
anyway.
Gosh, it's been a while. How long has it been? Have we done a live since we went to Vegas?
I don't think so. No. I don't think we ever talked about it. Seems like a long time ago.
Yeah, we'll revisit. I don't even want to talk. Yeah.
I don't even remember. Yeah, we went to his rally and it was supposed to be in Vegas, but it ended up being moved to Henderson, Nevada, just outside of Vegas. But rallies are near and dear to our heart. We've seen him 4 times in person, and the whole experience every single time is awesome. And I like to say it's kind of a spiritual experience. It feels so good to be around. It's not even about seeing the president as much as it is this feeling the spirit of all these patriots and all these people, like-minded people that we're all like following everything that's going on, and we're all excited and concerned, and I'm like, I've shared tears with complete strangers at the end, like in a conversation as we're walking up and down the line talking to people. I've had people like start to get emotional and cry just talking about this president. Yeah. It's I get emotional too. Anyway,
we met a couple. Where's that couple from that we met that were in the casino when we're walking?
Oh, that was really cool. Actually, I don't remember where they were from. I'm not sure.
Gosh, I think they were like from Texas or something like that. They had moved from Vegas to Texas. They were staying in the hotel room when they saw us.
No, well, first of all, we were on the elevator.
Yes.
And there was a kid, like a teenage kid, on the elevator with us, and Brian was wearing his MAGA hat, and he was like, "Hey, I like your hat," and we're like, "Rad," because we hadn't really had anybody say anything in Vegas in the casinos at all about our hats or anything. Nobody said anything either way, and so I was surprised when this young kid said, "I like your hat," and then we were walking through like several casinos to get to this restaurant, and these people, this couple, she came up to you first, right?
Yeah, she came up to me and she goes, "Oh man, I love you," and she just gave me a hug. She goes, "Let me give you a hug," and she just went in for the hug, and I was like,
she like literally just walked up
right there. As soon as she just came up for the hug, and I thought, wow, this lady's probably been drinking. She's been having a good time. That's right. She loves the president. I really thought that, but then afterwards, she was totally sober. And she was totally cool, and we just sat there and we had a conversation. She goes, "You know what? I wish I had my MAGA hat on." She knew that the president was in Henderson, and she talked about all her gear that she had at home. And she goes, "I don't even have one hat." She was moving. She was really bummed that she wasn't wearing anything, and she was so happy. It was like she'd run into an old family member. It was so rad. It was awesome.
She came up to me right after, and she was like, "I'm sorry, I just ran up and hugged your husband. I didn't even think anything of it. I saw the MAGA hat, and I just wanted to hug him because it just made her so happy to see someone that was, rocking the MAGA hat and not afraid to say that we support the president, because it's such a dangerous thing it's such a radical thing to support the president of the United States, who's doing amazing things, but it's still, when you go out in the world, it's still a radical thing. So she just embraced me, and then I think we kind of got teared up too, because we started talking about things, and we're like, we mentioned that we met her son in the elevator.
Yes. And how cool he was, and how cool his parents must have been, and we meet them. We meet the parents right here. It says, I'm always impressed by these young kids too that we see at these rallies. There's a lot of kids at this rally. There was a lot of kids.
It's really interesting to see the kids getting engaged. I mean, I'm not surprised that my kids are engaged, except I am surprised that Kamiley, my 11-year-old daughter, is super engaged. She's 11, but I homeschool her, and so she spends a lot of her day on YouTube watching
school choice, by the way. School choice.
She watches PragerU videos. She learns how to debate at 11 years old, you guys. Any kid could do this. If you watch PragerU videos, they're done so well, and in such an easy, logical way to understand that she can like talk on these issues from these PragerU videos. She has something to say because she's heard the debates. Anyway, so I'm just impressed that she's actually really, I don't know, I guess we're rubbing off on her, all our conversations. That's another thing we wanted to talk about, is how people, like preparing people.
First of all, welcome to anybody who's watching. If you're watching for the first time, welcome. And good Sunday. I hope you had a good Sunday, good spiritual Sunday. I hope you if you had the chance, I hope you did something spiritual. I hope you were spiritually uplifted by the good word of God some way, somehow.
Or serve someone.
Or serve someone, yeah, definitely. Which is
a fantastic way
to spend your Sabbath.
And with your family.
Absolutely.
Just hanging out with your family. Anyways, I was talking about how we talk about our homes, creating our homes to be like safe places for our children.
You know what? That's a very important thing to talk about. Is how important it is to have. We as parents, we try our best to fortify our homes, to make it this safe. I mean, if you want to talk about safe spaces, there's not a better safe space than the home.
Your home is allowed to be a safe space.
It's allowed to be a safe space.
That's the only place that should be a safe space is your home. There should be one safe space, and it should be with your family, and it should be in your home. So yes, when we make fun of people for needing safe spaces,
I do all the time.
Because the only safe place should be, or in your grandma's house, or whatever. But yeah, so and that's important. But we see a problem that's happening is that people create these homes that are safe and they're protected.
Well, this is not only are they safe, but they give them a lot. I believe they give their kids a lot of club soccer, club volleyball. It's not that I'm knocking it, because my kid plays. Our kids play. I love sports. I love playing sports. They give them
junior guards, swim team. They're on all these things, and there's
nothing wrong with them.
There's nothing wrong with that, but you do keep really busy doing those kinds of things.
But then when you send them off to college, sometimes you forget to give them a coat. So you create this safe space at home.
Perceived what seems like you're doing all the right things. You're like checking off the check.
Oh no, we've jinxed ourselves now. See, one of ours is good. Yeah, we've jinxed ourselves. Oh my gosh.
Our point is, a lot of these kids that have been protected and cared for and nurtured like they should be are not really tough and able to handle the real world when they step outside that front door. They don't.
You know what? You know, they're easily molded still. And not that a kid, a young person should be moldable, but not easily molded. In other words, you've sent your kid out into a storm when they turn whatever age it is, to go to college, 17, 18, 19, whatever it is. You've sent them out into a storm with
vultures.
Without it's raining. It's dumping rain outside. You didn't give them an umbrella. You didn't give them a rain jacket. You didn't even give them a hoodie. You gave them nothing. They go out there on their own, and you know what they get? They get pelted. They get, it starts hailing. They don't know what to do. So you know what they do? They just go to the nearest person that offers them a little bit of shade, a little bit of, and man, that's good luck with that. It's tough. I'm saying it's tough. You gotta build and fortify that house, and you've got to give that kid a really good jacket when he goes out into the world.
Which means, in real talk, how does that look in a home? What are you talking about? What are you talking about that people are not doing in their homes with their kids?
This is going to be very. So this is going to be okay. We have a 17-year-old right now. He's about to turn 18. What's that going to be like when he turns 18? What's going to be like when he takes off to college? When he goes out into the world? I don't know.
I think. What do you mean?
What if he comes back and he's like, "Mom and Dad, I'm voting for Joe Biden." No.
Is that what you're talking
No,
about? Fortifying your kids.
No. It's not just ideology. It's everything. It's their morals, their values. It's teaching them how to go out into the world and how to discuss hard things.
Exactly. That's what I was
If you
gonna
can't
say.
discuss these things, if you can't have a conversation right now, a lot of people will hide behind the guise of, you know what, I don't like to talk politics and I don't like to talk religion. So it's like, oh, let's. And they'll talk about the gnarliest thing in the world. Say, hey man, did you see that guy's arm fall out the other day? And it's like,
and it's really sad. I'm really lucky. This is why I'm lucky. My family, I have 2 sisters and my mom and my dad. We are all 100% on the same page politically. We all agree about everything, like pretty much everything. Of course, we have.
But no.
What do you mean? No. I'm saying basically we agree on most things, which is really, really nice to have. But you know why? Do you know why this is my theory. I think it's because we talk so openly about all these things. We discuss them. We argue about them. Sometimes there's yelling, but there's communication going on.
Who, we? You and I?
No, like our family,
Okay, gotcha.
my parents and my sisters, like even and us. It's always going on in our house. We're always talking about the news. We're always talking about the issue, the things that are happening.
Gotcha.
And we're disagreeing openly, and we're pushing back on each other, and it's the marketplace of ideas. When
you got to be able to discuss these things. If you can't discuss these things in the safety and the comfort of your home, where the heck are you going to do it?
Stop hiding from those conversations with your family members. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. These families members just don't like communicate. I mean, people could beg to differ and say they've had a lot of problems.
This is the problem, though. I'm going to tell you what I believe. Part of the problem is when you go out in the quote unquote marketplace of ideas to discuss things that you, I guess, hold closely to.
Yeah.
And they do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you come to you get stonewalled sometimes. You get people who are like, nope. They start yelling.
Yes,
I start yelling too. I get excited too.
We all need to mature. That like both the left and the right. We all need to mature so that we can because
I don't have to. But yeah,
Brian, stop.
I'm not gonna do it.
No. What I'm just saying is we could do a better job of not getting triggered and not getting upset and not like attacking one's beliefs because we're all in different places, and so when you are having these conversations,
okay, but truth hurts.
Truth does
hurt, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, truth hurts.
But there's a way to tell the truth. There's a better way to tell the truth.
There always is.
Just like Jesus Christ, the way he taught truth.
Okay.
He used parables, right? Parables are so effective. I love.
So how do you tell someone they're an idiot through a parable? Yeah, exactly, huh?
No, not you know what I mean. You relate what they're suggesting. You paint out, you play out what they're suggesting. Their idea. You play it out.
Okay, there is a donkey. No, just kidding. I just had to start leading with a donkey. I don't know.
Brian, shut up. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know. I know what you're saying.
I'm just saying that's what I think is a problem. I really do. I think families avoid talking and they avoid teaching their kids about these things, and they play this middle road thing. Oh, we don't really go on either side. We just there's some good and there's some bad on this side.
Forget that PC crap.
Shut up.
Political correctness is what got us here in the first place. That's bogus.
Stop saying that. There's right and there's wrong. Okay, there's right and there's wrong, and political ideologies has never been clearer than day than right now. Is that a saying? Did I say that right?
I don't know.
Never been clearer than day. That doesn't sound right.
Something like that.
But you guys know what I mean. You know what I mean. They're so extreme. We have literal communists on one side and people that want full-on freedom on the other side. It's small government like our founding fathers intended versus the New World Order, globalists. They're full on global. Like they're so. I don't understand who is undecided. I can't wrap my head around someone not being decided right now. It's really strange. The only way you're undecided is if you consume fake news all day long. You consume fake news all day long, but you see all these Trump flags and all these rallies, and you're very confused because if you watch the fake news, oh my goodness, I would think Trump is a freak too. I cannot believe the way they cut him up, the way they cut his
Okay.
words up.
Okay, we were watching
Holy
something the other day.
cow.
We were watching CNN. Heidi and I turned on CNN. We were watching it.
You gotta tune into that sometimes, man.
I don't
That's
even
a
know what the
circus.
lady. I don't even know what the lady's name is, but
Oh.
I don't really like the way she looks.
No.
But whatever. Who cares?
She's gross.
She
was going after Kaylee.
No, it was but it was the piece. It was the hack piece that she did. Okay, I don't know who the editor was, but there's an editor over there, and I'm sure you guys get your orders from producers all the way down the line. And I'm sure it's the same think tank. You guys are all on the same wavelength, and you guys are all like, yeah, let's. But anyways, the piece was so badly edited that they could only put like 3 to 5. It was like 3 to 4
like
second
5-second
pieces.
clips of Kaylee. She was like,
and the
blah
president.
blah blah. She like
Both of
saying one sentence and then it would cut off, and I was like, are you kidding me? Who is buying this? Who is watching just this and going, oh, they must be telling me the truth? It's so insanely edited and taken out of context and just chopped up that I'm like, I think, I don't know. So my point is, if you are confused about who to vote for at this point, you're consuming fake news, and then you're seeing all this support for Trump, and you're confused. You're like, what the heck? How can he be so evil? But my kind neighbor likes him. Or these nice people over here like him. Or black people like him. Gay people like him. Mexican
What
people
the
like him.
heck is going
You're
on?
so confused because you're like, but CNN, they reported, look at his quote. Look what he said. He's so disgusting. He calls people this name and that name. And you're so confused. You're so confused because normal people that you've been told by your stupid TV that he hates, are voting for him in record numbers. We're gonna see record numbers this election. It's insane. Like Brian just posted a video from Hawaii. All these Trump supporters in Hawaii. Never thought I'd see that in my life. That was awesome. Because you know what? The Hawaiians, they're men. They're men, and they identify, because I married a man. They're men. The Polynesians, they like to be manly men. And they like Donald Trump. Donald Trump resonates with them.
Well, you know,
because
there's a change happening. You know what?
He's a winner.
Okay. It's not just that. Okay, it's not. Come on now. I know. But it's there's a.
You can be silly.
Okay. There's a lot of things that are happening right now. As a researcher, as a whatever that word means, the 17th letter.
I can't even say that.
Well, it's been good times. I know that Amy Coney Barrett, okay,
I love her.
I'm just gonna brag about this, but I've been posting about her for over a year now. Go ahead. I don't even know if they've archived this stuff, but it's not me. It's just the people that I follow and the people that I read. None of them. I don't think they even exist anymore. Maybe on
They've
Parler
all
or
been
something else.
removed
But
from the internet.
But it was discussed a long time ago when RBG first disappeared, and she disappeared a long time ago. This was like November of 2018, so it's been a while. 2018, is that it?
Who? RBG?
Yeah.
I think it was first posted in the early 2018.
Yeah.
It said RBG. It was February 11th, or 2/11.
It was that. It was the.
I just read that today.
No, it was that post by by Comey, saying that it was that.
Oh, but
Broadway.
that was after. No, that was after. The
Okay.
first time Q posted about RBG, I think it was February 2018. But then, Comey posted that one day, and we were all like, "What? RBG? What's going on?"
Excuse me. It was Joe M. at Storm is Upon Us that was sharing all this information with us, guys. How many times did she show up? I think the mainstream media made her show up like 3 times at 3 different places. 2 times.
Oh man, they're messing with our stream. Look at that.
Oh gosh.
Well, let's see. We're still on right there. Okay.
Okay. Anyways, fake book. You guys suck. I always want to just tell that at least one time in the stream. Okay, LifeLog, you guys suck. You guys have been doing this for a long time. We know that DARPA runs Goog, and that you guys and this was part of LifeLog. It's probably gonna get us booted, but I don't care. Whatever.
Please, please, please. I don't know what we're talking about, but I just had this thought, so I just thought I'd jump in.
Okay, go ahead.
If you don't like Donald Trump, or if you think he's a liar, if you think he's a cheater, if you think he's a sex offender, all these things that they're accusing him of, please watch him without the filter of the fake news. Please just watch him on C-SPAN. Just listen to the man in his own words. Listen to today. I really liked him today. He was so calm and just like assuring, like kind of like a dad.
Okay, what is he assuring you with? Tell me.
Well, one of the things he was talking about was healthcare. He was talked a lot about healthcare and was explaining it like, don't worry, you guys, like we're gonna have better healthcare. You're still gonna keep your doctors, and it's gonna be cheaper. And I totally believe him. I know he's doing. I know. I already know. I already see his plan. He's already doing the what he's done with pharmaceuticals. I mean, he's just he's doing everything. A businessman that wants a successful business. He's doing everything like that. He's just amazing.
Speaking of pharmaceuticals, the 33rd use of the Defense Production Act. I love that because they didn't make a fuss over the 32nd, and they didn't make a fuss over the 31st. They made a fuss over the 33rd, which is hilarious because it's throwing. Yes,
those of you that know that this is a game with symbols, symbols are very powerful.
And the 33rd use of the Defense Production Act was used to bring Kodak, the company that used to make film, back into the picture by making them relevant again.
What a cool thing.
And outfitting their facilities with the production capability to produce the ingredients that are used, the base ingredients for like 90% of the drugs that are sold over the counter and prescription drugs.
I was reading that that China, if they put a stop on the medical, like the hospitals would shut down because we have been so dependent. I didn't realize how many things we've been dependent on China. China's scary. China is seriously scary.
But again, that is part of the good things that have come from this whole virus thing is that if there are holes on the shelves in your store, there are people that were going around and going, okay, why isn't this filled in a store? Why isn't this filled? And if they were supply routes that went foreign that left us hanging high and dry, then those routes are being rerouted so that they're domestic routes and that they initiate right here. So you can only blame us if something goes wrong. We'll never rely on foreign help we'll never be at their mercy.
Yeah.
And then also, you remember when they shut down those meat production facilities? Yeah. The same thing. We exposed a hole in the distribution process.
Amazing.
Okay, what else has come from this?
Wait, so just like a business would.
Just like
okay, there's a hole here. How do we fix this?
Yes.
So that this is never an issue again in our country. And wow, it's like killing two birds with one stone. I don't know if that's the right phrase to use for that. But meanwhile, he's bringing Kodak, a dead company, back to life. He's giving them life again.
Yes.
So it's like a win-win situation. This is what a businessman does. This is what a patriot does. This is what a patriot does.
What else has he done? One of the things that he did with the Defense Production Act was he put Ford, Fiat, and Nissan to work in building ventilators. So they refitted their production lines so that they could build I don't know anything about ventilators, but I understand that they're very very high. It's a piece of technology, man. It's not just a freaking toaster. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it took a lot of work to make these things, and they made them for the world. We have so many now. He made how many for New York? Because Cuomo, that idiot governor, went and requested a ridiculous amount of hospital beds. So they brought in the Mercy and the Comfort to both coasts, and then the Javits Center. He turned the Javits Center, which into the convention center, into a hospital with 1,000 beds. And all of them were not even utilized.
And they
at all.
had the audacity.
Oh my gosh, these guys are nuts.
They had the audacities to suggest that he did not do enough. He did more than enough, or he failed with the COVID thing. What a joke. I hope that you guys all know how to defend him when you hear that kind of crap, because you need to correct the record from now on, till the election day. Whenever someone says a lie, and you know
Call him out on
better,
it.
you correct that record. Don't
let that stand.
Don't let that
No.
stay there. You know better. You know the truth, and you correct people online, in person,
Yeah,
whatever
be
it
bold.
is. Be bold, and you correct people, because you know, and have confidence that you can back up what you're saying, because you do know. If you're following him, if you just listen to his press conferences, he has blessed us with so many press conferences, constantly giving us information, constantly answering questions from the press. This guy,
You know what? He's answering the same things over and over again. These guys are getting so old.
ask
If
the
you watch
stupidest
If you
questions.
watch the press conference today, he went after the news media. He went after the reporters that were in the press room at the White House. He went after them and asked them. He said, "Why aren't you guys reporting the things that are happening? Why aren't you guys reporting this?" And they refused to report everything. And the things that they do report, there was a reporter from, I believe it was CNN, that was interviewing Joe Biden, and she had to literally feed him the answer because he was stumbling. You know what? That guy is not fit. That guy is not fit. I'm embarrassed to
It's
say
not
that there's
even the
anybody
real
out
Joe
there.
Biden.
Okay, well, we know that. You know that. We know that there's a lot of people that are acting out there. There's a lot of people that aren't who they say they are.
I really don't believe that's the real Joe Biden.
Well, it's easy to do. All you got to do is look at pictures, guys.
Look at
it's
pictures
very public.
of when he was with Obama.
The ears don't lie. Look at the ears.
But even the face. And it is not a coincidence that Trump made fun of him having a facelift. He's like,
What you
why
hiding
did he
under the
get
mask?
plastic surgery if you're going to wear a mask all the time? And I just felt like he was drawing that's what he does. He draws our attention to something. Like, look at his. So then everybody's looking at Joe Biden's face. They're all studying his face because Trump made fun of him having plastic surgery.
It's not. It's not.
I just think it's interesting. This is the game that's being played. If you don't know, if you're new to this is the game that's being played. That's why you have to watch his press conferences. That's why you have to pay attention to the numbers he says. Pay attention to the numbers. The numbers mean things. It's a freaking game. There's so many levels.
Here's some numbers, okay? He announced on Saturday. What was the date on Saturday? It was.
What is today? The 27th?
Yes.
Or the 26th?
So it's 9/26.
Uh-huh.
Those numbers add up to 17. Pretty cool, huh?
Oh yes.
How about what time?
Hi,
It
Tim.
was also
Hi, Glenn.
It was also at what time? It was at 5 o'clock. Military time. That's 1700 hours. Yeah, that's just a coincidence, guys.
People
another,
people that are new to Q might think we're crazy.
Just
but
another coincidence.
We've been playing this game
Hey,
for
newbies.
3 years now.
Newbies.
And it's legit. How many
Welcome, newbies.
coincidences before it's mathematically impossible? We're way beyond mathematically impossible.
It's getting
These
old.
things are planned and calculated. The numbers, colors, the dresses Melania wears, the position of things.
The Tiffany blue tie he likes to wear occasionally, and the symbolism behind that. There's so much symbolism, and in the tweets. If you're new to this, all of his tweets have meaning. When there's a misspelling, when there's a capitalization, they all have meaning. And you know what? All your researcher friends know it too. So if you've got researcher friends, talk to them. They know what's going on. They know what's going on.
It's fascinating. It's the funnest. I'm having the time of my life. I think all of us are. They're fun. All the cute people are all happy, and just every day we just laugh and we smile because we know.
Okay, talking about that.
We know how it ends. We know God wins. So
I don't know if
we know Trump wins.
I don't know if my new friends are watching. Jignesh and Ariana. How you guys
Good
doing?
job.
I don't even know if because they don't do the Facebook thing. They're from Twitter. And the Twitter, I like Twitter people.
So wait,
like
these people randomly were driving by.
Okay, they're
down the
driving
street.
by.
They
down the
saw
street.
your car with the Q sticker, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So they pulled up to the driveway. The garage door. I was in the garage. It was halfway shut, and they came up and they started talking. and I could hear somebody going, "Where we go, one we go," and all these things. They were saying all these things, and I just assumed it was Heidi. I assumed it was somebody there, and I opened up the door, and there was this. I'm just gonna say they were like a hippie couple. They're pretty. They didn't look old like they didn't look old. So
They're young.
they were really young, like 25. I think that's young, and they were cool. These guys were cool, and they
And you're
knew
instant friends.
instant. This is what happens. You become instant friends as soon as you just start discussing. It's fun because Hawaiians. As soon as you meet a Hawaiian, within the first 10 minutes, you're kind of like, "So, what's your Hawaiian name?" Yeah, and yeah, you're just kind of feeling out. You just want to know how much Hawaiian they are. Well, that's kind of what you do with Q people. You're like, "So, how long you been playing this Q game, right?"
You're like, what level? What level are you at?
What level are you at?
Because there's lots of levels.
And then they told me about this. Okay, I have a sticker on my car. It's this white rabbit with the letter on the right there. And a friend of ours from Huntington Beach named Matt. He knows he doesn't watch us either. These guys are like Twitter people, man. They're just like hardcore Twitter. They're like they don't even dabble in the Facebook. But he has a big letter on the back of his car in downtown Huntington Beach, and you can't drive down the main street without seeing his car. Well, he gave me the sticker, and that's it. It goes back. It goes.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. So Matt gave him the sticker. They hang out with Matt.
Oh, how cool.
That's exactly. So
they both live downtown.
well, exactly. So
That's rad.
and he told me his whole story.
I just
How
realized.
So
Oh my gosh.
exactly. It's
We
a
should
very
hang out with them too.
yeah. I know.
What
I
are we
know, I
waiting
know.
for?
Well, hey.
We know where he lives.
Right
They're
here.
not gonna
If you guys do the Facebook thing, man, no.
There's nowhere to hang out. Well, I guess we can't really go out anywhere.
Yeah,
Anyway,
go to the beach. Meet at the
we
beach.
should meet at the
Okay.
beach.
So we started talking, and they told me how they had met Matt and they had gone camping or something. I'm getting the story all mixed up. But anyways, Matt, the guy with the sticker downtown, they were all hanging out, and he started introducing them to some information that was coming. They were there early. So that was the coolest thing, is they were there early. When you find someone who's there in the Chans early, if they've been there that long, they know a lot. And
Yeah.
these guys
And that's when you meet people that are like the same, like, okay, you're on the same level as.
and I've already
Makes
had
it
a
easier.
conversation with Matt. Matt's into
I
this.
got my mom up to our level. She got herself up to that
Oh, yeah?
level. Yes, I could talk about anything with her.
Ascension?
She's just yes.
Frequencies?
She's just very open.
Yeah.
She was like,
Pineal gland?
like I'll tell her something, and she's like,
Yeah.
well, that makes sense because I read this.
Palladians?
Brian, stop. I don't even know about Palladians. I'm not at that level.
Okay. Okay.
It's
Well,
very
that was a
level.
joke from Jig. So yes.
Oh my
There's
gosh. Maybe we should read some comments. I don't know.
okay, yes.
Why not?
It's not okay. First, I gotta say, they're right here, Michelle Steele.
What's up?
What's up?
We want her for our
What's
congressman.
Yes, and if you're in Huntington
Congresswoman.
Beach, there might be a couple people in Huntington Beach listening. I'm sure there
Just
are.
in case.
Guys,
Casey, Gracie, and Tito. Casey,
Gracie,
Gracie,
and
and
Tito.
Tito. Casey, Gracie, and
Okay,
Tito.
we're gonna be repetitive like libtards on the corner with the megaphone.
Casey,
Gracie, and
and
Tito.
Tito.
We're just gonna repeat it.
Casey, Gracie, and Tito.
Okay. Okay.
Vote
That's
for
what the
them.
other side does. Is they try to like do mind tricks on
They
you.
do.
And you know what? We know all their little stupid chants too. Oh my,
Oh my gosh.
You know what? They get
Every
seared.
single chant. A-C-A-B, A-C-A-B, all cops are bastards.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, they do this spell on you, and they're like, you're out there, and you're just like trying to like teach people and all that, and then they get that little thing that's just like, nah, 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 nah.
When you said it's like a cheerleader. Like it's like being at a football
It
game.
reminds me of high school, okay? In high school, they have the cute cheerleaders from the other side, and they've got our cute cheerleaders, and they're just chanting off back and forth, and they're like,
Stupid chant.
you guys are horrible, and it's like, oh, where did that come from? And then what else? Black lives they matter. Yeah. Okay, but we were okay. We heard that in Torrance. When we were in Torrance, like months ago, we started
They're
hearing
actually
this.
so
Okay,
stupid.
They're so
so
repetitively juvenile, dumb. They can't even have a conversation.
It's really easy to make
Please
fun
have
of
a
them.
conversation. And yeah, we're gonna get crap for saying this, but you know what?
It's a terrorist organization.
Yeah,
I don't feel
guys.
bad. Anyone who hasn't figured that out yet or knows
You're
that they're
Marxists,
actual
guys.
Marxists, that's the
You
plan,
guys
is
want to defund the
Marxism,
cops?
that they don't really care about Black lives.
What's hilarious
Wake up!
the Democratic Party has picked that up. They want to defund the police. So if you are a Biden supporter, you guys better check out your Unity platform, because you know what? Why are you, man, guys? You guys don't need the cops. Give up on the cops, guys. You guys need to refuse their services.
The truth is, nobody really wants to defund the cops. But I have talked to some of these people, and
They've convinced themselves? Have they convinced themselves?
This is the new thing, because it sounds so extreme.
Oh, no.
So their new thing is, no, we just want to reallocate the money to other things.
Oh, the community programs.
Yes. So does it actually mean defund the police? Yes, it does. I've read your freaking Black Lives Matter manifesto.
That's all socialism. When you start reallocating funds like that and moving money like it's a shell game, and you're like, that's redistribution of something, whether it's their money, our money, or somebody else's money. They want to take the money that belongs to the people, we the people, and freaking say, hey, guys, we're going to cut us a big piece of pie.
Wants segregation. So everything that Dr. Martin Luther King worked for, the civil rights movement, Black Lives Matter is erasing. They want Black-only financial institutions. We already have Black-only colleges. They want segregation. It's really bizarre.
No.
They say that it's about equal rights.
You know what?
It's not about equal rights. It's special rights for them. They also don't want any prisons. They don't want there to be any prison. Like, what? Like, and this is real. Like, I went to their website because I'm like, I gotta know my stuff. If I'm gonna go out there and talk to people.
They've removed it, though. They've removed it.
I printed up everything.
Okay.
I printed it all up. Like, because, okay, so this is the other thing that they do. So they have Black Lives Matter has a website, but then they have another, I can't remember the name of it, another association. So that's really radical. The more radical stuff is on this other website that's connected to Black Lives Matter. But I know they did that on purpose so that if you just look at the Black Lives Matter website, you think, oh, this isn't crazy. You have to dig deeper. No. Look at this. This is a little branch. This is where the real extreme stuff is. Anyway, I did my research on Black Lives Matter, and it's no bueno. No bueno.
No bueno.
If you don't know that, or if you're posting the fist, or you're a white person, you're like, I need to virtue signal and tell Black people that their lives matter because I'm white, and if I say it, then their lives matter. Somehow it's insane to me. It's almost saying that the color of their skin is making them handicapped. So you have to say the words that their life matters because they're just born a certain way that automatically makes them handicapped. I just think it's disgusting. But even to say Black Lives Matter, it's bizarre. It's a bizarre thing to say. That goes without saying. We all know that all lives matter. There's not a...
Okay, that's the joke. When I'm on the streets and we're talking to people, and you've seen this, I go, Hawaiian lives matter. You know why? Because I really sincerely believe when I'm out there on the streets that my life is elevated above theirs. You know why? Because it is. It's my life, man. I'm high. It's like I am the highest on the totem pole, guys. Really, that's dumb, okay? You guys are dumb with your stupid narrative of, okay, well, you gotta... Guys.
And it's based on lies. Like, we don't live in a racist country. We really don't. The majority of Americans...
I look crazy. I'm watching myself in the tape delay and I look nuts. But anyways.
No, you don't. It's fine. No, people are not racist. We're not inherently racist. The news and the media and celebrities and
certainly not me.
They promote this idea. They promote the idea that there's this inherent racism, and it's not real.
Brown people can't be racist.
Stop believing that. Stop believing.
If you're brown and MAGA, wear your MAGA hat. Come on, man. Just glue it to your head because it's like you can't be racist. And that really screws up. It screws up the privileged white minds out there that think I need a freaking handout. That's what it screws up. It screws up your freaking narrative.
It triggers white people so much.
Oh my gosh! You know what?
Please do it.
And you know what?
Brown people wear your MAGA.
I love it because they talk their trash and they look at you and that's when I
you
throw
go,
their
my brown skin. You don't like it?
Oh gosh, that's what white privilege must look like? Because you just sit there and you just wag your finger at me. That's right. You guys are nuts, man. You guys are really... Think about it. Rewind the tape. Where did you go wrong? Because it's really, really dumb. And if you're watching this and you don't like what I'm saying, ha ha, you're dumb. And you're probably watching secretively, yeah, in your little room, all freaking blah, 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 blah. You know what? Again, I don't,
Truth
yeah,
hurts.
guys,
No.
educate yourselves. And I'm not talking about a college education where they freaking indoctrinate your minds. Again, if you want to get indoctrinated, or if you want your kid to get indoctrinated, go
Send
ahead
them
and
to
send
a
them off to,
university.
send them to California University and give them a studies degree.
And
Make
know
sure that
they're
they
going to come out
put themselves
pretty
in debt
whack.
on a studies degree.
They're
Yeah,
going to
that's
come
it.
out pretty whack.
And they might not be able to pay
Unless-
that back that debt.
Yeah, if you get them a studies degree, that's what I say. Like the sciences, I don't know. That's another conversation.
Oh wow. The sciences are going to change.
That's another
The
level.
president knows this. Okay. Again, we talked about the pharmaceuticals that he's going to be changing. That is the very tip of the iceberg. Very, very tip of the iceberg. It's going to be, there are so many changes that are going to be happening. Therapeutics. He talks about therapeutics. I love that. He talks about price. Doctors are going to have to show what they charge for everything. So if you bought like say ibuprofen in a bottle, you can't charge $5 a pill when you stick it in a piece of zip.
when it's displayed.
Okay.
You have to display your prices of things.
I
And
can't
then,
believe doctors are gonna have to operate like
like they used to.
Albertsons, like a grocery store.
What a novel idea. Then all of a sudden, prices come down, right? Because, and then if there's
He's getting out,
competition.
and with pharmaceutical, with the big pharma, recently, this is probably like 2 weeks ago, recently, the president even openly talked about he was going to disappear because those guys in big pharma mean business. Okay, so he didn't disappear though, but
Oh, that was fake.
but
He was trying to like.
he has mentioned in his recent press conferences. Now this is recent, like a week ago. That pharmaceutical companies are they are the middleman, and he's going to pass on the benefit to us. So the
Yes.
pharmaceutical companies were dipping deep into our pockets and basically saying, you can't have this. The discounts are going to be ours, and you have to pay the
Yes,
difference.
and that's how it is.
Screw you,
He's
Pfizer.
gonna-
Screw you,
he's
Johnson & Johnson.
fixing
Screw
this-
you, Merck. All you big pharma companies.
He's
Sorry.
fixing every
Bear.
single one of these broken systems and then eliminating a lot of the systems. It's like we don't need all these systems. Systems are what's wrong with
It sounds like conspiring
World.
men to me. It sounds like conspiring, colluding men to me that are doing this whole thing. You know, you look at like the movie Whistleblower. Was that what it's called? Whistleblower? What was it called?
the insider.
The Insider. That's what it was with Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
When I used to be a psyop and I used to watch Pete Wood movies, I watched that. I did, and that for a long time was what I thought conspiring men were. I was like, look at this. These guys
like
are.
in a company.
Well, you have Philip Morris, and they're like manipulating the
Yeah.
tobacco, manipulating the nicotine and tobacco to
Until
make
you got
people
to the
hooked.
next
Okay,
level.
so guys, there's no difference between Philip Morris and Procter and Gamble and their food. Guys, look at the crap that they're putting in those labels. There is something that's in there that's hooking into your body. And when I say a hook, you are getting addicted some way, somehow. Why are they putting all of these things in there, including metal? We know there's a lot of metal that they introduce into our diet. So, and what's the purpose of that? And why are they putting metals in vaccines? And why are they putting fetal parts in vaccines? What's the purpose of that? You got a
Or
pure
monkey DNA.
You've got a pure baby coming into this world, and the very first thing you're going to do is put crap in their eyes, and hepatitis, whatever the crap they put in their eyes, and then
No,
put shots in
They've
them.
never been more clean and
What
pure.
the
and
heck
then you
is
start-
wrong with the
They
society that we live?
do.
Oh, okay,
You
Brian
do
and
it.
Heidi, they're nuts now. They're going off on freaking doctors. No, we're going off on the whole entire big pharma and the crap that they try to shove down your
Well, and
throats.
unfortunately, the doctors make money from big pharma, so sometimes
Kickbacks
it
all day, of
behooves
course.
them to
Suggest
these drugs.
they're like waiters. You know, like a waiter in a nice restaurant.
Yes,
You're
they
like,
have a
here,
menu.
the
Yeah.
$200
Would you like
bottle of
to-
wine would go great with your would pair well with your
or
steak
your-
Diane. You know, so it's
or
like
whatever
here,
your
yeah,
ailment is.
yeah. So it's like
Yes, they are
the power of
Okay.
suggestion, and you know
The-
what? We're
the
all just
alchemists.
sheeple. We're just sheeple, and we go, oh yeah, whatever the doctor says, he knows better than I do. Okay, I'm not knocking doctors. I'm not knocking surgeons.
But
Hey,
you know what?
some of them are very good, but there's some of them that are hacks for sure.
We need surgeons for sure.
Yes, there's things.
But it was Erin Elizabeth. When you told me about Erin Elizabeth,
she's rad.
When she was tracking all those homeopathic doctors, any doctors or scientists that were working on
Erin Elizabeth from Health Nut News. Health Nut News. Natural
medicines and they were getting off. They were getting suicided. They were getting killed.
They were disappearing.
She started tracking them.
It's amazing that these doctors, the brakes would fail on the side of a mountain. How freaking crazy!
And they were finding the cure for cancer or whatever. So when you showed me that, that's when I really woke to the fact that there are all these things that are hidden from us. They really do want to keep us on medications when there's legit natural ways to heal our bodies. Like it's scary. It's scary. Well, no, I shouldn't say it's scary. It's been scary, but Donald Trump, when he talks about therapeutics, what do you think he's talking about? He's talking about a lot of this hidden knowledge and these simple ways.
They are sitting on all kinds. Okay, when they did the Human Genome Project, man, we've talked about this before. They DNA sequencing. They went through everything, the code. They went through everything. Okay, and companies were utilized to find these. And when they found things out, they sat on them and they did not share them with the
Disgusting.
world.
People were dying when there was cures.
These people need to pay the price, just like Fauci and Birx and the World Health Organization, the CDC. All of these are corrupt. The National Institutes for Health, which we gave $11 billion to last year. And what for? To propagandize the world. Okay, all of these. Okay, this is the greatest scam ever, on top of the DNC and everything else.
This is the Great Awakening. This is part of the Great Awakening. This is the fall
of the cabal. I've never seen that, and everybody talks about that. And I'm not really a watcher. I can't sit there and watch.
You can't watch the long things.
No, I'm very
very ADD.
Yeah. So I can't watch that stuff. But you know what? It's truth, guys. Okay. When you hear truth, if this stuff is bothering you, if you're watching this and you're going, what the hell are they talking about right now? Guys, do your research and look up the things that are said. Or you have friends there, because a lot of this might disappear off the air pretty soon, because we can see the censorship, and the censorship is picking up like you don't even know. Okay. Yeah. They're banning, they're censoring, they're shutting us down. They're messing with our signal. That we met,
they just, one day her Facebook page was completely gone. And they had how many followers? 50,000 followers or something.
Yeah.
And there was no warning at all. They had all this huge room and it was gone, disappeared.
Okay. And speaking of her 50,000, I want to thank our 20,000. There's 20,000 people out there that following us or sharing. What are they? Liking us? Followers, I guess. That's cool, and awesome. we love that we're able to share stuff with you guys. I mean, it's
we do this out of kind of a sense of duty. When you feel like you've been privy to information. There's a lot of us now.
I feel like I'm like the British are coming. I'm that guy.
Yes.
Power review. I'm that guy.
Yes, but you know what? We've spent a good 3 years, 4 years, doing this with full time, researching and reading full time. That it feels like now is the time.
There's people out there that are calling us and what we talk about BS. Okay, if they're calling us conspiracy theorists, guys, you know what? If I'm a conspiracy theorist, go ahead and rewind everything I've done 3 years. Go ahead. You have all the information right there at your fingertips. Don't be lazy. If you think I'm crap, go ahead and go look at all of the things that I posted, because it's fun. I have a lot of fun doing this because I feel like I'm just throwing this in your face, you know? Have you ever seen those videos where a monkey's throwing crap in people's face? Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like I'm throwing it in your guys' face. And I'm not talking about you guys, my friends. I'm talking about the people that can't stand what we do, okay? Because they're watching too. Hey, welcome. If you're a troll, we thank you, and we love that you're here sharing your... we love that you troll, period. And
even the trolls are curious. Even the trolls want to see what those crazy conspiracy theorists are saying.
One thing that's cool, though, and this is especially on YouTube, the YouTube people, I guess we've kind of gotten we've got to know a few of them.
Mm-hmm.
If you're here watching, welcome. But people that we've totally disagreed with, they're like our friends. Like they come and hang out with us, you know. And people that are
Well,
like,
and we laugh at each other. Like we can laugh. Like, yeah, most of the people here are not on the left at all.
well, there's a couple that come.
We had one guy come on that totally disagreed with me, but he wanted to have a conversation because I think he was smart. He was smart, and he was like, he was really curious. He wanted pushback. That's the thing is people that are smart, they want to debate their ideas because they want to see if what they believe makes sense. They want to see what the arguments are. They want to feel because they think they know. They think they got it figured out, you know, and they want to test it. I see them like they want to test out like their ideas. Like that one guy I was talking to for a long time at the pier.
Yeah.
You're like, you're talking to for. He was throwing out stuff that I was like, I've never even heard of that person, so I don't really know how to, like, it wasn't a super productive conversation, but he was trying. He was really trying hard to debate. But I think I owned him. Actually, I would have had on video. Anyway. What were you saying? Sorry.
I was looking at this video that you posted. This is crazy, Heidi. So Heidi, you cut and pasted this because you liked it. So you took it.
Yeah.
You took it from Twitter, and it's been shared 43,000 times. That's nuts. It's been viewed 2 million times. 2.3 million times.
That's probably our highest number.
Wow, Heidi.
That's our biggest views.
We didn't even
It's not
make
our video.
it.
I
We
just
took
shared
it.
it.
We're like
I just shared it, but I think I was the first one to share it on Facebook.
Must have been it.
Because it got
43,000 shares. It's got 3,000 comments. Man, I'm sorry. We can't even I can't even do 30 comments.
You didn't even tell them what video it was. This is the video of
Canada.
in Canada. They're chanting USA, USA.
Hey, and my friend BJ, I know you're watching over there in the Netherlands or wherever you're at. Who had it? You know what? Yeah, you like that video, huh? You like that video of all those French Canadians. You like that. Because he was like, they're French Canadians. I was like, yeah, they're the smart ones, aren't they? They're the smart ones.
That's not just happening in Canada.
But he was trying to bag on the French Canadians. I like them.
It's happening in Hong Kong. It's
the
happening
Philippines. North Korea.
It's happening. There are Trump fans in every single country.
South
and
Korea.
I know it because on Facebook, I get friend requests
What's the purpose of that?
From cute people all over the world.
If you watched the president's speech to the UN last week, it was a videotaped, not a response, but a videotaped speech that he gave that was televised to the General Assembly of the UN. And again, I saw the video and everybody was social distancing and it wasn't general nothing. Anyways, in the video, he talked at the very end to the world saying, guys, to the world, make your country better again. That is your obligation to the leaders of the world to pick your country up and make it better, especially the countries that have been taken advantage by the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds and centralized banking, it's about to end, guys. If you know anything about Nasara law, look that up because it's an economic act that's coming very soon, very soon. I'm reading things that's going to happen really soon. There's going to be a change and that
the financial reset.
It's a financial reset. It's happening. The Federal Reserve has already been. It's not run by the Federal. The Federal Reserve is run right now by Steve Mnuchin.
I think a lot.
The IRS is still here. The IRS is next, guys. The IRS is on the chopping block. If you don't know that, I don't know. If you guys are an investor, I don't really give tips. You know.
Great days are ahead, you guys.
Buy AU. You know what AU is? Buy some of that. Buy some AU. I think that's it. My chemistry teacher.
We have, I think
AU. Yeah, it is.
These next couple weeks are going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's going to get kind of crazy and maybe a little weird, but man, after everything's all said and done, when we talk about the Great Awakening, it's like we're talking cures for things. We're talking more money and prosperity than we've ever seen in this country. Just imagine how much the other side, how much their evil, how much evil is going to be in check. Because there's always going to be evil. There's always has to be opposition. But it's no longer going to be in control. The evil has been in control for a very, very
How
long
long?
time.
You know what I'm saying? The evil's been in control since the beginning. Since the beginning, right after the
But
Savior.
there have been good leaders and
Think
stuff
about
throughout
this
time.
though.
There have been righteous leaders.
Okay, there are things that are in play right now that are going to happen for really soon. And when you look at how writing has always been a form. Okay, when the monks used to go out, we're talking old now. When the monks used to go out and speak to the people in Europe, and they would bring the Bible, it was handwritten. It was written in Latin. They controlled the narrative. They 100% controlled the narrative. After that, when the Gutenberg press came, everybody thought, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing! Now we can have the Bible written." And the King James version emerged, and the Bible was printed up, and it was sent to the world. Okay, it was consolidated. Power was consolidated. When you consolidate the power, then you can consolidate all the printing presses. When you consolidate all the printing presses, then you consolidate the minds. After the printing press, we thought we were educated. We, as in the people, the human race, thought they were educated. There's so much to freaking learn. There's a lot of things that are going to blow your mind that are coming out just soon.
Free energy.
Like free energy, like Tesla's free energy.
Freaking cures for things.
Cures.
And
the financial reset. Oh gosh, prosperity in the world.
Prosperity in the world and peace.
And
I didn't even mention that.
Oh my gosh. We love you, President Trump.
Oh my gosh, you guys! This is the first time. Is this how long has it been since the president has not started a war? This man is not about. Okay. There's not going to be any wars under him.
Look at his record. What's wrong with you guys?
He's bringing
You guys
all
are
the
so
troops
brain dead
home.
out there. You guys who are not doing your due diligence and studying and researching, go ahead and look at his executive orders. See what he's done. See what his very first executive order was. Oh my gosh, guys. He was freezing the assets of those who were involved with human trafficking. And he started freezing the Rothschilds' assets right away. And he froze their property. They have a 1,000-acre estate in Bavaria. And I remember the announcement, like, look what happens. And the next day they were selling it. They had to liquidate that piece of property to have their day-to-day operations continue. That was awesome, by the way. That was awesome when it was frozen.
Look what he did with Kim Jong-un. Look what he did. And he always reminds us, Putin is not this bad man. He wants Russia to be great again. He's a nationalist. That's how you should be if you're a leader of a country. You should be a nationalist.
At the very beginning, one of the very first things he did was he took that flight. He took his first foreign trip he went to North Korea. And remember those pictures of the president shaking Kim Jong-un's hand? And actually he had his arm around him at one time, I think.
Oh yeah, there was definitely affection there. I definitely sense affection.
Why
with
though?
Kim
What's going on in North Korea?
Because people that don't know, Kim Jong-un was under the thumb of the CIA. They controlled him. Our government controlled North Korea. Why? Because we needed to have a paper dragon. We needed to have this. We needed to have fear. We needed to have a reason to build the war machine.
No, yes, we needed to have a reason for our
industrial complex,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So, yeah. So you got North Korea is not an issue. North Korea is done. And what's he doing in the Middle East?
His very first trip to Saudi Arabia, when he went there, if you look at the pictures, there's a lot of things that happened. There's a picture of the president touching this ball of light with King Salman. I think it's King Salman, was it?
Yeah,
okay.
Salman.
Okay. Not only that, but look at the dance. This is one of the very first posts that I remember reading, and I was still researching, I was still figuring it out. A lot of us were, but when he first took that trip to Saudi Arabia, they did something called the saber dance. We haven't talked about this for a while. I'm sorry if you've heard this already, and I know Tim Alexander, if you're there. This is old.
Okay.
This is he's like.
Tim doesn't care. He's reliving it.
What's up, Tim? If you're here,
reliving it.
Tim. Okay, to the people that we know, what's up? Hi, how you doing? Long time no see. I know Heidi and I. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't work. But it works today. It's working today, right? High five, Knuckles.
High five.
High five. There we go.
My wife.
Okay. So the president, when he went to Saudi Arabia, they did the saber dance, and that was one of the first. I remember that wasn't one of the first. Probably one of the 100. First 100.
Yeah, early Q-posts.
What's the significance of the saber dance? What is the significance of the saber dance? Well, you guys got to look that up. Okay, the president went to communist China. He went to the PRC, the People's Republic of China. He gets there and he dines in the Forbidden City. No one has ever dined in the Forbidden City. Yeah. He watched a play, and no one has ever done that in the Forbidden City. This is the freaking Forbidden City. It
was total respect. It was respect to President Trump. That's why he got the saber dance.
Yes, President Xi.
Symbolic of it really was truly a symbolic of
why would they
the Saudi king being what is it, like when tribes war together against a common enemy? That's what it meant. But Trump is holding the sword, which is really significant. He is holding the sword because he's holding the power, and even the king of Saudi Arabia acknowledged that Donald J. Trump was holding the power. He's the most powerful man in the world because of the information that he held.
He shared that information with heads of state, with kings,
and then he went to the Pope. He went to the Vatican, and those famous pictures. Oh my gosh!
It's his funeral.
The Pope's face. You can just see
Melania is wearing black. Ivanka is wearing black. They're both veiled. They've got
symbols.
Look at the Pope. Look at his face. Pope Francis.
And look at President Trump's big smile.
Okay. To that, I want to talk about the Catholic Church. Guys, I know Catholics, and they're some of the raddest, nicest, friendliest, most family-oriented people that I know. There are some very Catholic people out there. I'm sorry. The Pope Francis, is really rocking the doctrine of your world, the dogma, the doctrine.
They know that.
And they know that. It's going on. It's
they
like,
know that.
And he's not a good guy.
No.
Go look at that. Look at the pictures. He's got pictures of him hiding his hand in the whole
and
thing.
And they're all like, a bunch of them are like going against Amy Barrett too. Like a bunch of, it's so stupid.
Yes.
So
come on now. Really? And they didn't say a peep about Joe Biden, who's also a Catholic.
So after so we went to the Pope. He went to Saudi Arabia. This is right away. This is as soon as he becomes the president. He's doing the saber dance with the Saudi Arabian king. He's eating and dining and invited to the Forbidden City in China.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Then he's going to the Vatican, seeing the Pope, and the Pope is devastated. Then he goes. I'm probably getting the order mixed up.
I don't care. There's a lot of people that are chiming in, and I love that you guys are freaking woke and aware and know what's going on. Thank you for sharing, guys.
Stephanie, good job. You know a lot of stuff. You teach people in that chat. Good job.
India. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. What did he happen in India?
Well, he had like 100,000, like massive stadium filled.
Amazing.
And you know what? I'm sorry to break your hearts, but Mother Teresa, she's freaking bad.
She was trafficking children.
She's bad.
It's all a mind.
The symbols are everything. You notice she had yes. She's bad.
Yeah. So, what else? Oh, and then he, where else did he go? He went to, the Davos. And then when he met with all the leaders then, and what he did to Macron. He did this.
Oh, easy.
Oh, sorry.
Ooh.
Did that hurt?
No, didn't hurt.
Did that?
Tickles.
Macron. He really, and then how he disrespected the queen. It wasn't so much disrespect as him saying,
He stepped in front of her. He showed her his back. Just like in Gladiator, you're not supposed to show the queen back, but you know what? She's no queen. She's a lizard.
And then he went up to Charles. He stepped in front of Charles too. And Charles was walking. It was totally symbolic. So if you're like I said, there's so many levels of symbolism going on with all this stuff. It's amazing.
He reviewed the British troops. And when he did that, first of all, when he went to the Queen and when they did that to Charles, and he made Charles walk behind him like he was his caddy. You know what, Charles? You're nothing but a nothing.
You ain't nothing but a Charles.
The Windsors, they are imposters to the line of the British throne, and they're it's evident with their crest being taken off Buckingham Palace. I don't think the beef eaters are actually guarding the palace anymore. I think it was a symbol of the crown losing their power. From what I've heard, the crown lost their power and they conceded power a long time. I want to say that was 74. There was something I read a while back where the queen gave her power up. The queen doesn't wear the crown anymore. She doesn't hold the scepter anymore. This is all symbols of her power and authority. The Windsors are related to the Scherfs. If you don't know who the Scherfs are, that would be, and they're very closely related. So they both came from Germany, the Scherfs the Scherfs are the Bushes.
It's a history lesson. There's some interesting stuff there.
History needs to be rewritten.
With yes, history.
Guys, if you're
not
reading
only history,
and
but
the president
guys.
says that. He talks about history. That council that he had. Talk about that. You watched it.
Oh, let me read this comment. Did you see the hand gesture Prince Harry did the other day with Melania?
That was.
I think it was actually reposted recently, but it was actually kind of an older post. I remember it like probably last year when that happened, and yeah, disgusting. They totally flashed their symbols, 100%. Like you see that. Well, I'm assuming it was the hidden hand, or it could have been the Satan sign to the horns, I guess. 100%.
If you wonder what we have on behind us, it's one of my favorite shows from PBS. I used to work at the TV at a PBS station, so I would download movies from the satellite. America's Test Kitchen, man. That's about it, man.
I can't really see it, but
I used to watch Antiques Roadshow. Other than that, man.
There's some good programming on PBS,
Yeah,
but then there's super libtard.
Oh my gosh, they're so horrible. They're so bad.
There's a lot of problems with PBS. But...
Screw you, pure BS. Or PBS. Sorry, PBS. Screw you guys.
Did you get me one?
Is this for...
Did you get me one? Thank you. Thank you.
Is this plugged in?
I think so.
When do you do that? What is it called again? Those freaking that station.
ASMR.
ASMR. Yeah, there we go. Listen, guys.
I don't know. I have to check it with the headphones, see if it sounded good. Let's read some of these comments. Okay, Eric Ketcheria, color doesn't matter. We're all one race. The human race, my family is multicultural, and I love them all. I know I don't think I don't think people really think about it. I don't think it's like. I don't know. I think you know what I always tell people, because I got in this argument with the Black Lives Matter leader on the streets, and I just said, he was like, "Why are you not for my people? Why do you?" Oh no, he said, "Why do you hate my people? Why do you hate my people?"
Where?
And I said, in Seal Beach.
I know.
And I said, I don't hate your people. I go, if you have the same values as me, then we're friends. I'm against BLM. BLM doesn't represent my values at all. BLM represents communism. BLM is based on lies. BLM is meant to divide. BLM is meant to launder money. BLM is a joke. I said, I have no problem with black people. I have lots of black people, black friends that are Trump supporters, and we're friends. You know why? Because we have the same values, because we care about the same things. And that when you care about the same values and the same things, it kind of that's your culture. At least that's sort of your subculture, is like being around people that have your same values. That's a culture. That's culture, is you share values. I don't think there's any other way to describe culture. I think it's shared values. Anyway.
Yes, Stephanie. He said MSDNC several times.
Oh, I loved it.
During that press conference, I loved how he called out the reporters. They are all. I have a particular. I can't get in Southern California when I see a cameraman or reporter, and some of the reporters are cool. I gotta say, some of them are very nice. But all that aside, they're putting out a bunch of crap, man.
I know, but I'm just like so disgusted. I'm like, that's the best you've got? You've got the President of the United States willing to answer a question, the most powerful man in the world, and you're gonna ask that stupid
over
question?
And over again. They ask the same.
You already know what he's
gonna
say. You already know, and I'm like, ask something
You
more
know what?
interesting,
I'm
please.
ready to see. Okay. I'm patient. Not anymore. Arrest these guys. Arrest the mainstream media, CIA, clowns in America, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry, 4 a.m. You get your post. We get all of that stuff that starts in New York at 4 o'clock in the morning and then spreads to the world. That's old, guys. We've seen the Q post with Anderson Cooper, and he's got his notes right there on the desk, and you can see it. I mean, it's high def. I think it was a Getty photo or something.
Are we stuck?
I don't know. Are we?
Try to refresh it.
There we go. Sorry.
Anyway. And they're rude too while asking.
I think I'm bogging down this computer too much.
Okay, Goblin. The KGB used to torture people in the public and wrap their intestines around poles just for the public to see that, intimidate them. You know, I will be the first one to admit that I don't know that much about Putin. I've never studied him. I've never read anything about him. I've never been,
I know one thing about Russia, though. Russia never bought into the Rothschilds banking system.
Yes.
They're not part of centralized banking.
That's where
and not
Trump
only that,
and Putin are on the same page.
But Putin, I'm not a Putin fan either,
Yeah,
man.
I don't know that Putin, like, I'm sure he is a bad man. There's a lot of things that people say about him.
But he kind of looks, I mean, he's willing to take a photo on top of a horse with a gun in his hand and stuff like
Trump
that, you know?
that soccer ball, which was
very
symbolic.
Woo,
The ball
like
is
twins.
in your court. That's what that means. It means the ball is in your court. And they also talk about it having the adrenochrome symbol. So Putin, he might be a bad man. Like I mean, there's different levels of bad, I guess. He's whatever he is.
One thing he did say though,
he's working with Donald Trump.
He said that the world is run by baby killers, not baby killers. What do you say? Luciferians, Satanists.
Yeah, he said that, and yeah, I think he might have even said something about pedophilia. I don't know. Whatever. I don't think he's one of those. He's bad, but he's not that kind of bad.
Is China President Xi? The president likes him. The president says that. When he talks trash on China, calls it China virus. And he always talks about his relationship with President Xi. President Xi of China, I believe, was the one that gave him he gave him the antidote. No, what was it? He did something.
With what? Regard to what?
With maybe it was the true numbers of how they or how they released. That's what he did, of how they released the virus through Wuhan. I think it was through.
Oh, he's gonna help. He's gonna unveil the truth.
He's working with President Trump. So again, it's another head of state, just like.
We discussed it. It's like they have their own CIA issue in China. It's like there's some good elements, just like you would think in all these countries.
They do have a CIA. It's
they
the United
have their
States.
own deep state. Every country has their own deep state.
Yes, and.
Oh, Glenn says soccer ball allegedly had chip with info intended for Barron. Oh, interesting. I've never heard about that.
If you look at the digital soldier banner that's on General Flynn's Twitter page, it's got that same same digital design. It's pretty cool.
Who else did he go and see in that tour? Well, okay, so he totally disrespected. What happened with Angela Merkel?
When he went to NATO, I love that they have a new NATO facility headquarters in Belgium, and that's where he met him. It costs a ridiculous amount of money. So, and the United States again funds most of NATO. NATO wasn't paying their bills, and he called them out.
And he
had all the world leaders standing behind him.
He was bagging on how much they spent on it, right?
Yes, and he was saying, "Oh, it looks pretty nice, nice digs.
Since we paid for it, we the people paid."
And then he called them all out while they were standing there looking at him, and he just, and even when they were trying to clown him the whole time. You know what, guys? You guys got clowned. Great Britain left. Another person that's bad that came up with a virus. See, anybody who's coming up, man, I'm all over the place right now. anybody who's coming with the virus that tests positive
Is
bad.
compromised.
So you got Virginia governor. He came down with the virus. Who else came down with the virus? I think it was
Mitt Romney had it too. I mean, we know Mitt Romney's bad, but did he have the virus or something? Who was it?
Boris Johnson.
Boris Johnson.
Boris Johnson from Great Britain. He had it. You're a clown too, Boris Johnson.
Yeah, that surprised me. I was convinced he was good, and then I watched this video, and it was the person explained that Boris was bad, and then he got the virus, and anyway. Oh, and then now he's like total. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's bad. What about Did he go to Did he do a South American tour after recently? When did he go see?
He went to see Bolsonaro down in Brazil.
Yes. And Bolsonaro.
Number 17, he went to Bolsonaro and he said, hey, guess what? We might not be on the same page, but every country, and this is what you learned from Charlie Ward, was that he went around and did his rounds. I read a post about him today. See, I can read better than I can watch for some reason. I don't know. But unless it's a really pretty girl in front of a green screen doing the weather, then
you can watch.
Then I can dial in. Yeah, I'm dialed in.
Checking it out.
But the Charlie Ward, I read something about him, and yes, he went down to Brazil and talked to Bolsonaro. Bolsonaro, just like you said, Bolsonaro, he showed him the goods and he brought the files, and Bolsonaro was like, I guess I'm on board.
I guess I'm gonna listen to you because you're the new
sheriff
in town, and
and
you're taking over the new world order.
And it sounds like you got the goods on a lot of people that are in my cabinet and in my government, and that you got
It appears you've got everything.
Shot collar on me. I think I don't want to bark anymore.
And apparently he did the same thing when he went to Vietnam. Also said, you guys are
These
done.
These countries are sitting on gold, though. The gold that was taken
no more child trafficking
from 9/11 that was underneath the World Trade Center. That gold went to the Vatican. That gold went to it went to Vietnam. I believe it went to Singapore too. But the gold went everywhere, and it's all coming back. Guys, we got to have money to back our gold standard.
Yep.
Again,
so
if you feel like it, go buy yourself an ounce of gold and just put it in your pocket, put it in your sock, and just watch it grow.
I just really want people, I don't know if there's anyone watching that fits in this category. I just really want people that think anything bad about Trump. If you think any weird stuff about Trump,
He's mean.
No. If you think he's a liar, if you think he's a cheater, they put on the fake news that he is 1,562 lies and counting. And it's like, then you hear what are the lies? And they're so stupid. They're made up crap. He's not lying. He's amazing. Anyway, I want you all to just watch him without the filter of the fake news. Please just listen to him in his own words. Listen to his press conferences.
You are asking some very difficult things for some people out there.
If you're going to be honest with yourself, if you legitimately are confused about who to vote for, who are these people that are confused about who to vote for? I don't understand. Even the left doesn't want to say they're voting for Joe Biden, and they're making excuses.
Okay, it's funny now.
They're making excuses for voting for him.
Before, once upon a time, do you remember in 2016, no one wanted to say who they were voting for on Trump's side. I think it's changed. I think it's the other side now. If you're a Democrat, no one in their right mind would ever say that they were going to vote for Trump. I'm sorry, we're going to vote for Biden.
Joe Biden. Yeah, no, people are embarrassed. Like, they're embarrassed of Joe Biden. Oh, no, one of my kids is signed in or something.
Why?
Because it says Heidi Vea says, hi, Heidi. Must want to be one of the children. Which one of her children is doing that? I bet it's Kamiley.
See, this is what happens when when you leave your kids. It's like it's 12:44. Hey,
they don't go
good
to bed.
Morning, 12:44, wherever you're at. If you're in the East Coast, if you're still watching us from Europe, howdy, how you doing? If you're watching this from Japan, if you're watching this from right down the street,
I'm painting myself a hat
it is
because I need a hat that says
12:44. What are your kids doing? My kids are online watching us, and unless it's somebody hacked into your name ID and they're gonna friggin'
I think it's. Well, it didn't say hi, Mom. It said hi, Heidi. That's kind of weird.
Hi, Heidi.
Who hacked into my account? Oh my goodness. What time is it?
12:45.
Ew, hi from Little St. James.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Oh, is it kind of one?
Yeah.
Oh, he's trolling us.
Little St. James. That's like some sick humor
That's
there,
some
man.
That's some deep 3D chess there.
That's our, yeah.
That's got to be that's got to be the oldest one. You're so creeper.
Welcome, Ghislaine, in your submarine. Are you tuned in on your little submersible? Because you know Ghislaine's got a submersible license. Are you hanging out with never mind. That's pretty disgusting. Anyway, sorry guys. You gotta, I don't know, after a while you just get stupid with this stuff, especially at 2:46 in the morning.
What? 2:46? 12.
I'm sorry, it's 12:45. I'm just messing with you guys.
Jeez. I know I was lose time sometimes, but how about that Schumann resonance, Brian?
The Schumann resonance has, if you right now, it's off the charts. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I haven't looked.
No, it was. But what you read, it made sense because I was saying, why am I so tired all the time? I feel like I'm abnormally tired. I kind of just fall asleep in the middle of the day. And then you read that post that said that, right? People are
just a post though.
I know, but I thought that was interesting. Anybody else abnormally tired? I'm tired of politics. I'm really tired of it. But I'm not, but I can't. It's like I can't get enough because I know something's happening every single day, so I have to look. But it's exhausting. I'm exhausted. And social media makes, when I see people some of the dumb things they say, it's exhausting. It kind of makes me sad. I'm like, how do you guys not see the truth? How do you not see through the BS? It makes me sad. I only do this to because out of the goodness of my heart, like I want people to find truth. I want people to be happy. I want people to have hope. I want people to know truth about Donald Trump and all the amazing things he's doing. And it breaks my heart when I see how much hate uninformed people have for him. They're absolutely uninformed. There's no reason to hate the man. Not one. I can't think of one reason to hate him. Not one.
Mean tweets. I hate him because I was reading one of his tweets the other day and it was filled with H8. Hate.
Why is that making yourself laugh?
H8.
He wants to type hate with an 8.
I like.
He likes that.
I don't know. There's something that just like, it's the shorthand of liberals. H8 is hate.
It's like on a sticker.
I don't know.
Because they hate hate.
Okay. I would love to be a fly on the wall in their cheerleading meetings when they're coming up with the next repetitive, magical, psyoped, Jedi mind tricked slogan. Jingle. Let's call it a jingle. That's what I'm going to do.
No,
I'm going to call them jingles now.
But they really are cheerleader chants.
I know, but
you should call them cheerleader chants.
I like cheerleader chants.
Maybe we should bring pom-poms.
Oh my god.
Black lives that matter.
Oh no.
And bring a drum? No, they already have drums. Let's dress up. I'll dress up like a cheerleader.
It's so dumb, man. I don't know. You see, I don't know what the other side thinks that repeating a slogan.
It works. I know. Because I'm saying it when I'm at home. I'm like,
but do you really
saying it.
I know, but you're saying it so you say it while you're brushing your teeth. Okay, I get that. But like, does it like how does it
It's magic on people's head, in their minds.
in your minds?
It does. It works some sort of magic. Just like anything repetitive. Anytime you repeat anything, even good things, they work. It work. There's something going on with the chants. Definitely you're hypnotizing people or something. Don't you think?
It's all part of the mind control. For sure. For sure. Okay. Mrs. Vea.
Yes. What? Weak-minded. Brainwashed from MK Ultra.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah. You're quiet. What? Sorry, are you thinking?
I'm thinking about all the women that are parading around as women but are actually men.
Oh, why are you thinking about that, Brian?
I don't know.
Just came to your mind right
Just
now?
came to my mind.
You want to discuss that? You kind of wanted to discuss that topic.
That's
a level that people are not ready to talk about.
They're not ready for it.
They're
but
not
I gotta
ready.
talk
That's
about
one of those levels that you gotta just be careful with, because people might think Sandra Bullock is sexy. They might think Sandra Bullock is sexy.
Are you attracted to Sandra Bullock? Ew.
Bullock
Dude.
is a castrated young bull.
Okay.
We'll start with that.
Let's just start looking at her hands.
No, just look up her Adam's apple. She's got it before they shaved it off or did something. But there's a video of her with quite an Adam's apple. Anyway, that's when you're talking about the cult stuff, like that's part of their.
That is part of what they do to make sure that you are attracted to something that's not what it actually is, and then when you find out what it is, then you're like, oh, whatever, it's just a dude parading around as a woman, okay?
That's crazy.
Those Victoria, well, you're gonna hit yourself with this paintbrush. You're like all over the place with that.
Is it look good?
I don't know.
I don't know yet.
Let me see it.
I'll just put mine.
You need to do a little frame around that.
Okay.
But yeah, Hollywood, Baphomet. If you look at the Baphomet statue that's in the courthouse in Alabama or whatever, Mississippi, whatever it is, it's like it's a figure with a goat's head, and it's a man's body with woman's breast. That's how whacked it is. Those guys want to mess with your mind. So Victoria's Secret, and please excuse me if you've heard this story a million times, because it's a repeated story. Now I'm like the fake news now. I'm on at 5, 6, 7, 11, and I'm back on at 6 in the morning. Anyways, I'm saying the same story over again. But you know Victoria's Secret? Victoria's Secret was Queen Victoria was a man, and so the company Victoria's Secret is continuing the tradition of Queen Victoria, and half of those guys up there that are walking around,
Half the girls,
they're dudes. Half of the runway models on the catwalk, parading around with big wings on their shoulders. Yeah, those are some wide shoulders for a reason, because their genetic code says they're a dude. Okay, but that's okay if you're into that stuff. I'm not into that stuff. That's what they do, and that's part of the mind control that they do. Who are some other dudes that are walking around pretending, besides Bill Gates' wife, who's a clone of fake something? Michael Obama.
Most famous of all.
Most famous tranny of all. Ask Joan Rivers. Well, don't ask Joan Rivers. But yeah, look it up. It's old news.
There's some that I've heard, like Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle.
Another one that people say.
That's a dude.
And
they're raised early. They start giving them hormone replacement therapy really early.
This is all super hard for people to believe, but
welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
It's
welcome.
Levels.
This is the part.
Levels.
Good evening. If you're just joining us, if you just happened upon us, it's 12:54.
Pacific Standard
Pacific
Time.
Standard Time on a beautiful Monday morning.
Skew a little bit. But...
And the topic of conversation is, who is your favorite Hollywood actress who's really a dude? I got another name.
Well, let's see if anybody in the chat knows any dudes that are parading around as women. Anybody have any?
I know. Tap, tap.
Pink. Okay, Cassie
Pink.
says Pink.
Of course, Pink is
You
one.
know what? Pink does have kind of like a
You didn't
dude's
know?
body.
Gosh, I thought this was
She's
just
got
known.
like a little,
Nah,
like
it's
a little,
known.
like
Okay.
She does. She's got the V. She's got the
okay,
V
can you
body.
check this out. Anybody who has to reinforce that they're girl, because pink is a girl's color. You're a dude.
Yes.
Okay. Not only that.
Cher. Arthur says Cher.
Lady
Do
Gaga.
you believe in
Well, Cher's also on
love?
some really, really grade A quality adrenochrome. Because you can't, she looks younger than she was when she was, say, 18 years old, okay?
She looks too good.
Okay, so.
Yep, Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock, Cher.
Bullock.
Who's that dude from Friends? You know, there's 3 dudes.
One of them is a dude?
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston?
Jennifer, you didn't know that?
Wait, I think I did read that.
Serious? I thought we've already talked about this.
I think we have. It's just been a while.
Oh my gosh, Jennifer Aniston. That's a boy right there. Look at those.
I just always thought that I was like, oh, these girls, they don't have hips at all. Like when you see them in their bathing suits, there's like no hips.
And that's a cool Adonis belt. That's a really cool Adonis belt.
No hips and no butt. It's kind of a telltale sign right there.
So yeah, Jennifer Aniston, that's a dude. Lady Gaga, look at the video of her in a concert, and she's just
Dolly Parton, really? I haven't heard that one. That's crazy. She seems seems feminine to me, but
yeah, but you know what? You over accentuate those boobs, and you gotta be a woman. There's no way you couldn't be a woman.
Like a drag queen. She's got the huge big wigs and all the makeup.
She's probably the OG drag queen. She's probably like
She probably is. That's a very interesting thought. See, that's what we do. We just play with thoughts. Okay, Brad Pitt is supposed to be a lady. What does that mean? Brad Pitt is
I've also heard things about Beyonce.
Like Brad Pitt was a woman and they turned him into a lady.
Justin Bieber,
I've seen him without a shirt. He's got a nice body.
Justin Bieber is a dude? No, it's a girl.
Really?
Yeah. Got to do your homework, Heidi. You got to be a researcher.
But like, do you just believe everything you read, or do you like dig into?
I do not go down rabbit holes. Okay, I don't have time to go down rabbit holes to find out if Beyonce is really a dude or if Justin Bieber is really a girl. But I've seen enough memes, and it's suggestive. Gosh, guys, don't believe everything you're reading out there. That's the first thing you got to do is research, and find out on your own. But when you have a gut feeling, when you look at, say, Pink, when she's got like a bathing suit, and it doesn't look like she's got a freaking girl's, she looks like she's packaged like a dude.
I gotta see.
Okay, when you see that kind of stuff in a picture, and then you see her Adonis belt, and like, dang, I didn't have a Adonis belt like that when I was working out, you know? It's like, and that is a freaking woman? No, dude. Nice try.
Josie says, I don't watch celebrities. They are some sick, demented people.
Yes.
We are on the same page, Josie. Just FYI, we're only talking about celebrities because we're trying to expose them.
No, I don't do the Hollywood keto with them. I have not done that in a long time.
We're done with Hollywood. We can't stand
movies,
Hollywood.
Netflix,
we can't even
all that
stand
crap.
Disney at this point.
Disney's a psyop. Disney's a freaking CIA.
We don't even do Disney.
So it's not like we can't even stand. It's like, no, they're freaking evil. Okay? I wish it was like, oh, they're kind of doing some bad things. You know, they had this rogue
we canceled Netflix.
Yeah, this rogue animator who just put this weird stuff in there. BS. This is orchestrated and done to fool everyone, the masses.
Once you see, you can't unsee it, and you just feel yucky, like indulging in it. You're like, ew, how could I even like knowing that these people really do these horrific things, especially if you have, you know, if you're in a position of celebrity or power. It's like, we all get how you get that stuff. We learn that there is a game and there are people at the top, and if you, you know, they want to compromise you, it's one of two things. Either they compromise you unwillingly, you know, these people could be normal people, and then they just get sucked up in these parties, and things happen.
Don't go to the mansion party unless you've got a friend.
And then all of a sudden,
make sure your wingman's sober.
All of a sudden, you're there's pictures of you doing disgusting things with children.
No, they'll show you that. They'll show you that when you wake up from your drug-induced freaking party that you were at, and they're gonna go, guess what? Not only did you sign the contract, but this is what we've got on you. The blackmail game starts early. Don't go to Playboy Mansion unless you got a wingman that's sober. Don't do that. Doesn't happen anymore. I get it, but it's like once upon a time, that's where they would frame you. That's where they would blackmail you. That's where they would make sure that you were in the palm of their hand, whether you're a politician, whether you're an entertainer, whatever you were in life, they got you. Rappers, they would find that with rappers in their all Hollywood. Gosh, the gatekeepers are out there, and they're the producers and they're the big execs, and you don't get to taste fame unless you join the club.
Unless you partake.
Period. The music industry, same thing.
Yes. So it behooves all of us to, just to not patronize them, to not pay to see these movies and stuff, and find that there are new production companies that are coming up that are like totally anti-Hollywood and want to. I think
Arthur's talking about their fingers, the size of. There's so many flags that they're men, from the cranium to their brow line to Adam's apple, of course, hands, feet. When they don't have a waist, it's because their hips were never meant to be childbearing. They're dudes. So there's a manipulation going on somewhere with hormones, and it happens really early in a lot of their lives. And a lot of them are born into the cult. So it's a generational family thing. So it's like, if they weren't compromised and they didn't join that way, then they're already involved.
What about Nicole Kidman? Because I know her family was deep Luciferian in Australia. They were like really bad. Kidmans are really bad in Australia.
I heard what's her name's a dude. What's his name? Chris Martin's ex-wife. I've heard that's a dude too. Paltrow? Yeah.
And they have children, and they look like them. Like their children look like them.
Oh, just like Sasha Malia. They've got children too.
But they don't look like they look like they're Nesbits.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, don't buy it. Like it looks like them. I don't know. But whatever.
I don't know. I don't.
I know you like Chris Martin. That's what you're psyop.
No, it's not that. I just can't believe that every single person's a man and every single person's really a woman. I just can't.
That's what everybody thinks. It's the same thing. It's like again, if it's not that, then they have to sacrifice their first. Gosh, it's like or they have to make their first cross gender. Look at Magic Johnson's son walking around. Look at Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade's got a kid. Look at all these people who are dressing their kids. Okay.
Trans kids. It's like all of a sudden Hollywood is full of trans kids. Clearly they're trying to set a trend. They're trying to make it, and then you reinforce that with these Netflix shows about trans kids. Like what?
Guess what?
And then you've got Drag Queen Story Hour.
You know what's
They're clearly a transgender agenda being shoved down our throats.
I heard that shaving your head and whatever you've got left, stubble, dyeing it green. That's in.
What?
I don't know. Just being stupid.
Oh.
There's
trying to make a point.
No, there's no point. The point is that's usually the uniform of the left. When you go on the street, you got somebody with a mask on, and there's like, hey, that's just me. Sorry, I didn't mean to generalize, but yeah, we've.
Yes. There's some other people that like to dye their hair green too.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
Kidman is high up. You are going hot cold. She is a high witch.
She's a high witch.
He said we're going.
No, she's not in Australia. Hot. She's deep in Australia.
Yeah,
her dad was deep.
Fiona Barnett, who's Australian,
talked about
her. She's the one where I learned all about the kid, like how they are one of the big Luciferian families. So I'm assuming she really is a female. Then
here's some. Let's play a game. Let's talk about who's trafficking in the world. Okay, we're gonna go back and forth. We're gonna have this game.
What do you mean? Okay, I don't know. I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay, who's trafficking, right? Clinton Foundation. That's easy. Clinton Foundation.
The McCain Foundation.
Oh, wow. Wow. The United Nations.
Wait, like anything related to
Anything child trafficking.
Zorro Ranch.
Zorro
in New
Ranch.
Mexico.
Wow. You're trying to,
That's
okay.
the other place that Epstein owns.
Let's see here. Disney.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Disney's been used by the CIA
to
exchange children and to. Well, yeah, you got the Epstein Island. There you go.
Okay.
You got the Disney cruises.
St. James.
I'll connect it to you.
Oh.
I'll make a connection. I'll make the game. I'll one up your game. Disney Cruise Lines to Epstein Island.
Okay. Let's see here.
Make a connection.
Epstein Island to El Chapo in jail when they were cellmates just down from each other because there's no connection.
Yeah, because El Chapo is part of the drug lords that are trafficking children and drugs.
Okay, what else?
They're there. Oh, I'll round it all back to Arizona to the McCain Foundation.
You already said that.
I know, but I'm rounding it back, taking your El Chapo and connecting it to Arizona and the child trafficking that we know about that goes on in Arizona, connected to John McCain, who allowed that all to happen.
Okay, if I jump on the 10 freeway and go all the way to the 405 freeway and hang a right, you like how I just started using.
Are you going to the Getty?
I'm going to the Getty.
Going to the Getty.
There's big old tunnels that are under there, and they're actually under the speed train to nowhere.
Where's Eve? Where's Eve?
Where's an usher too?
Where's an usher? We got Tim Alexander. Selling your soul to the devil starts with a down payment to the deep state. John McCain is reptilian. Oh, we've got some fun people in the chat tonight.
Man, I got a couple shapeshifters out there.
We got some shapeshifters calling out the shapeshifters. We got the freaking high witches in freaking Australia. Arthur's telling us about that. We're talking deep conspiracy here, guys. We're like level 6 right now. Out of 10, I think. I don't know.
Okay, I got another one. Right here in Southern California, Port of Long Beach and Evergreen, because Evergreen is connected to Evergreen herself, the witch.
High witch herself, Miss Hillary Rodham. Hillary Clinton. And then let's connect that to let's go to Paradise. Something I don't know for sure if that's child trafficking, but they were clearly
Paradise. What's Paradise?
Paradise, California, where they burnt the whole thing down. I was kind of under the impression that they were hiding some sort of evidence of trafficking. There's tunnels everywhere.
There's tunnels everywhere. I think there's a tunnel that came out over there.
But the California fires there's multiple layers that they're doing that with that, right? They're getting trying to get funding, federal funding, because they want money from the federal government because Trump's anyway. Okay. And then they also were covering up evidence with the California fires, right?
What's okay? I've got one. Since we're in California, what's her name? Mac.
Jennifer? No.
That's
Mac.
Else. I forget her first name. She's an actress from Superman or some stupid show on.
Oh gosh, what's her name? Tim Alexander or Glenn? I know you guys know what we're talking about.
She is connected to NXIVM. And NXIVM is connected back to the Caribbean when it goes through the family that owns Bacardi, the Seagram name. Who's the heirs of Seagram? They're all involved with this as well, and so is Wexler. Les Wexner. All the models. I mean, the model thing is a big. You know what? I'd be sketchy.
There's so much child trafficking everywhere. It kind of makes me sick thinking about it.
I mean,
it's all like over in every state. There's just like a.
I got one. CPS.
Oh gosh, CPS. And juvenile hall. I was reading today that they would take kids from juvenile hall.
If you didn't have a support network and you were exposed to have like nobody looking after you, you were screwed. They're going to take full advantage of you.
I got to acknowledge Chad Alvarez. He says, Poway, California Patriots held it down against BLM and Antifa, then went to El Cajon, California, to BLM protests, and it went off. Was that today?
Well, good job, Patriots.
Good job,
Patriots of Southern California. I know. Good job, Yorba Linda. I heard Yorba Linda
down.
Was cool. We couldn't make it.
Thank you, Glenn. Allison Mack. Good job.
Allison Mack and NXIVM.
Oh, he's got live videos on his page. Okay, Chad, we'll check those out.
Check out Chad's page.
Chad Alvarez. He's got some live videos of the BLM Patriots. Yes. Okay. yes. CPS. Yeah, I mean, we could go on and on. Oh, in New York. Like we know that
Oh, New
all the
York.
tunnels in New York are like the Clinton Foundation, the Saudi
Yes.
Arabian
Alice in
Embassy,
Wonderland.
Alice in
Alice in Wonderland. It's the
Wonderland.
whole entire
Oh
train
my gosh,
underground.
you guys, it's so big.
Comet Ping Pong. The tunnels underneath Comet Ping
Washington,
Pong.
D.C., tons of trafficking. There's just trafficking
Ice
everywhere.
Cream Baby. They're laundering money there too.
Uh,
I mean,
Voodoo Donuts.
Voodoo Donuts.
Oh my
What else is a
gosh.
Wayfair? Gosh, this doesn't end, guys. This is a very sick world that we live
I
in.
know, it's too much. It's too much.
Who else was there? The Ramses. Gosh, man, that's connected to freaking. I think it's connected to
How about,
Boeing.
oh, Pig Farm. Did you say
Oh
pig
gosh,
farm?
pig
Yes,
farm in
the
New York
pig
City.
farms. This is
Freaking
how they.
Podestas. Okay, pig farms are gross. Okay,
Ugh.
pigs will eat anything, and people who deal in this kind of stuff know that. You know what? There's DNA.
And the Vatican. Oh my
Oh, of course,
gosh,
the
the
Vatican. The
Vatican,
Vatican's
of
freaking.
course.
But the Vatican's been doing that forever.
I know.
I'm sorry, Catholics out there. You know what? Organized religion is in for a freaking huge hit, guys. You guys have no idea what's coming. It's coming.
Okay, so you're naming a specific Pitcon pig farm in British Columbia as part of this story. Okay, I don't know this stuff, Arthur. I like this guy, Arthur. He's given me
Yes.
some good stuff. Wexler was at the pig farm. What does that say? RCMP are involved, all connected. Okay, I learned about pig farms during Pizzagate when we were reading about John Podesta,
He brags about having
how he
worked on a
works
pig
on
farm.
pig farms and
And there's a
stuff.
pig farm right across from CIA in freaking Maryland. That's what's crazy.
And I think they
There's
own
a pig farm.
I think, and then I learned that that's how they hide evidence of human bodies. They feed
They
it to
also
the
hide
pigs.
evidence at Cemex. Cemex is a big cement company. It's for cement in Mexico, and they have a lot of places up and
Babylon.
down
That's
in
what we're talking
Arizona.
about.
And they would again dispose of humans in their cement some way, somehow. I don't know what or how they did it, but yeah.
Jimmy Day Pictureman, make California red again. We are working on that. That's what we're trying to do, and I think we're doing a good job. I think all the patriots are stepping up. Everyone is. Everyone's stepping up. They're going to events.
To my Patriot
They're
friends, guys,
posting.
thanks for what you guys do. We see what you guys do, and you guys are amazing. You guys go out there and
And
do
you know-
some of the heavy lifting in Southern California, and you make sure that people are, especially in their communities, especially in their own communities.
Just being seen, even if it's you're waving a flag or you've got a sign in your yard, just flying your colors is helping. It's helping everybody to feel like there's hope. Trump is gonna win again, and you're letting your neighbors know, yeah, this is a MAGA house. This is a Trump supporter house. This is an American loving, God fearing, freedom fighting house, and you're kind and you're
And you
cool.
know how it shows more than anything is in the way that you are. When I saw this couple and they knew I was a Q-file and they came and knocked on the door, there was a light shining about them. They both had smiles on their face and they both were kind of upbeat. Why? Because knowledge. They're
because
smart. They knew. They know.
they have truth.
And that's one thing that you will see as you continue to learn. Oh my gosh, we have learned so much over the last 3-4 years, Heidi. Is like as you it's what's the word? It is
I don't know what you're trying to say. Otherwise, I'd help you.
your growing and learning is exponential, and it happens faster
Oh, yes.
and faster as you
Yes,
as your
that's
mind
true.
as your mind
It-
is open.
It's quickened.
Oh my gosh,
That's what I like to
it's
say,
so.
quickened. And I see that with people that just discovered Q maybe like
Yes.
a couple months ago.
Oh my
But they're
gosh.
talking about things that I didn't talk about until I was like 2 years in.
Yes.
So I'm going, wow, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with I'm impressed that people are able to get, well, they're, first of all, they're choosing to take the time to read and to learn and to watch and to try to put the pieces together. You have to be a truth seeker because we all choose how we want to spend our time. And there's there's good, there's better, and there's best activities to do with your time. And I say doing this kind of research is at this point in history is like one of the best things that you could do with your time is to be researching this stuff and learning this stuff because This is the great awakening.
The ability
And
to
this-
seek out and find truth is so important. Guys, if you don't know how to find truth, you're going to struggle. You are seriously going to struggle. I love being able to find somebody that's on the street that I don't even know. And in the first couple minutes of a conversation, in the first few sentences sometimes, I'm like, oh crap, I did not even know that we were that far on the same page. Just like earlier when we were talking about freaking Nicole Kidman. You went right for it right there. They're like, well, there you go. You hit the, you know.
Yeah.
It's just kind of the same thing when I don't want to say feeling somebody up, but when you're talking to somebody for the first
Yeah,
time.
like I'm sure when people first listen to us, they think we're normal, and then as we go on, and then they're like,
goodbye,
"Whoa!"
adios.
Oh, they're a little crazy. But then but I don't care because there's a bunch of you that are still here because you guys have
get it.
read, you guys get it, and
guys.
you've read all this stuff too, and
That is genius. If you get it, and if you're learning and you're understanding, oh my gosh, I have mad respect for you because
I have so much respect for you.
Not because, and everybody, they're from all walks of life.
Because there's a lot of intelligent people, or what we perceive as intelligent people, that are doctors or lawyers, or that don't get the most common sense. They don't.
I hate the word common, but they don't have sense. They don't have sense.
But what's wrong with saying common sense?
Oh,
like
common.
No, it should. You know why?
Because
this is what it is, Brian.
But it's not common. I heard to say that because
it's not exactly common sense isn't common.
See, so it's common. It's not. See, I hate common because for the common. I hate the word. It's a freaking socialist word.
But Brian.
But I get it.
But look at it as it's the opposite of the elite who think they're learned. They look at themselves and they're stiff-necked and they think they're learned. And they've got all these degrees and they make all this money.
That's not the elite.
And they don't. Yes, because a lot of these people are not humble.
I don't call them elite though. See, I don't elevate them as elite. They're nothing. I'm just saying somebody who's somebody to me is somebody who gets it. Gosh, man, if you get it. That's all I'm trying
to say.
Yeah, but
I have more respect for you if you can comprehend all these things and you can put the puzzle pieces together. That's a different type of intelligence. That is, it's a spiritual intelligence too, because this really, you got it. This is a spiritual battle, and there's a level of belief an element of belief that takes faith, because we're talking about there's tons of
spiritual body.
There's tons of evidence, but it's really difficult to actually like comprehend that Satan worshipers are real and that they really do these horrific things. Like when you let your mind go there, it's really difficult, and it's so important to keep.
Okay, imagine the worst stuff. They're doing it. Okay, they're sacrificing human beings and they're sacrificing kids. Okay, that's the worst thing that you could possibly think. And I don't need to go into detail about how that happens, but to understand that people gain power from that, and that's very real. It's like. I don't want to believe that's happening, and a lot of people will shut their minds down to that. Blah 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 blah. I don't want to hear it.
But if you're prepared spiritually, those are the ones that are researching, the ones that can handle it, the ones that can their souls can handle learning this stuff.
Just like Gavin Newsom says, whether you like it or not, it's coming.
And you guys are also going to be the ones to help all these other people go, wait, what? What is happening? And you guys are going to be there to be guides. Some people call them light workers. I love that term. I love the idea of a light worker, because what's light? What light is truth. And so we have to help people because they're not going to believe it, or that it's going to be too difficult for them to understand. But you got to, and that's what the armor of God is. When Q talks about putting on the armor of God, you got to be strong, and you've got to be full of knowledge that you've gained through your journey, whatever your journey has been.
There's an element of righteousness that comes with it too, guys. You can't just go out there and be a fool. You can't act like a clown. You can't be dumb. You've got to be respectful of people. And when you do those kinds of things, I promise you, the armor of God's on you, and the right words will come in. Because you've read all this stuff, guys. You've already read this stuff. You already know this stuff. And if you haven't, you're learning. And if you're learning...
And Q said that this is the time to gather one by one. You got to just teach people... at their level.
Yeah, you will draw upon the information that you've already read and studied when you need it the most, and you'll be shocked. I'm telling you guys, this is how it works, okay, guys? So, combined with the knowledge that you gain and that you can educate yourself from reading and understanding and hearing truth, the ability to share that with other people. Gosh, I know that you guys can. It'll
Well,
come
that's
in
where
your
we're
words.
at.
You guys will.
That's what Q said, that's time to do that. It's time to teach people.
There are people that you guys can reach that Brian Vale will never reach because I'm too impatient because I don't have this because I sometimes I clown around about this stuff, and you guys are like so everybody's got a voice and everybody.
His word has to be in us. Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. You have to well, it does. It makes you knowing that Satan is, so knowing how real Satan is has just made every single one of us. I don't care who you are, even if you're an atheist. If you're an atheist and you're learning about this stuff, you have to start going, wait, maybe there is a God, because there has to be opposition in all things. That's a simple truth. So
how do you explain that then? There has to be opposition in all things. There has to be opposition in all things.
I lost my thought. I was going to say something.
There's good and evil, dark and light. You can't have one with the other. We need that. Okay, guys? So you got to be able to distinguish between light and dark. You have to be able to distinguish between right and wrong. If you can't do that, you don't have a chance. You go ahead and say what you're going to say.
Just that I know that learning all this stuff has brought people closer to God and just being a spiritual person in general, because a lot of the Q stuff is when you start researching it deep, you start getting into like spiritual things and you start to learn about like things that are, I don't know, esoteric in nature or whatever, but it's all part of God's design. Like that's where you have to like go, okay, this and discerning truth, that's a God, that comes from God. Being able to discern truth without knowing, like I was listening to Charlie Ward. Ward.
If these are spiritual things that we learn, there's only one way that you can learn it. And it's again through a spiritual confirmation that you receive yourself. If they are truly spiritual things that we're talking about, which they are, they're of light. And you'll be able to the truth will be made known to you by light. Guys, it's a light that comes. You'll know. It's nothing. Okay.
Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt those. Don't.
Listen to the feelings in your heart. These are good feelings: love, peace, joy, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, meekness, faith. Against such there is no law. That was the Apostle Paul speaking to the Galatians. Okay. So again, love, joy, and peace. Look for these things, guys. You know what they feel like. You totally know what they feel like. You've experienced these things in your life. So when the time comes for you to listen, to hear if it's truth, you have to see if it hits your heart the same way that love does and joy does. And there might be a little bit of confusion. Confusion is not part of the Spirit.
If you're hungry and thirsty for more, when you get a taste of it, and then you want more and more and more, that's what I see with this whole movement. Is people, it might take a little while for someone to like start to grasp, one of these concepts, but there's always an angle where someone has a personal experience with something, whether it's vaccines or understanding that our food is poison or whatever the angle is. Whatever it is, where you start to like wake to like, oh wait, there's corruption, and you get a taste of that, and then you start to want more. You're like, wait, there's probably more to this. There's more to this. That's the Spirit guiding you. Like you go, you follow that, you feed that need for truth, because your spirit, your soul needs truth, and we all need truth, and we need to share truth, and it feels good to partake in truth. Anyway,
you guys know what it feels like. That's all I'm gonna say. Is you know what it feels like. You know what truth feels like, guys.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. One of the things when we talk about, like, we were joking around the other day about how about the Matrix, about being in the Matrix, and about how you're like, isn't it funny when you think you're like, oh, I've stepped out of the Matrix, I understand how the world works, and then some other truth bomb is dropped on you, like, which opens up a whole new level of understanding, and you're going, wait, maybe I'm not out of the Matrix yet. When you think you're out of the Matrix, but you're really not, that's the craziest feeling. And then that's what I talk what I mean when I talk about levels. It's like you think you get it, and then all of a sudden you just go deeper and you learn more and things make even more sense and you go, okay, wait, I'm not out of the matrix yet. There's another level. Anyway, I learned, one of the things I've learned is trusting. It's a trust thing. Trusting that there are no coincidences. And that's really a hard place to, it's kind of a hard place to really believe, because a lot of times that you think that these little things, little experiences you have in your life, you don't always think much of them. But I decided to believe that every interaction that I have with every person is not a coincidence. And I started to just run with that. And I still believe it. I'm not saying that a bunch of things I've figured out because of I believe this, but I've had like, I don't know, I guess you could call them promptings where I'm like, I need to like share this with, not be afraid and say something bold to the person that I'm checking out at the cashier with or whatever. And so I'll say something and then it'll start a conversation, and I walk away all the time going, I was supposed to talk to that person because I feel connected. I actually connect with a complete stranger, and I know they connect with me. I can see it in their eyes. I can feel it. And I just try to do that every day. I try to think that every interaction with every person that I ever have in my life there's a reason. I'm supposed to learn something from them, and they're supposed to learn something from me. There's an exchange. There's an exchange of, people talk about it as an energy exchange or whatever. But there is
frequency. You guys match frequencies.
When you exchange something, you get something out of that. If you believe that and you live your life like that, where you're gonna have, you approach every interaction you have with, because that's the most important thing, is your interactions with people. That's the most important parts of your day, is how you interact with people, because that's where you with the other human beings. That's what we're supposed to connect with human beings. That's our nature. Our nature is to be, not to be alone. I don't think we're not supposed to be alone. We should be connecting.
And we should not be connecting on Zoom, guys. Zoom is the most dumbest thing ever. It's retarded. Okay, Zoom is retarded. I'm gonna say this right now because my daughter was on Zoom and I was watching her do her thing, and it's like, for her to sit there and have an interaction with teachers in a classroom and everything else, I was watching it, and maybe I'm the parent that just like, I was kind of like going, what's going on? I was like, just to have an interaction is so time consuming. It's like, and listen to this. It's called a Zoom. It's like as slow as, it's worse than anything.
Doesn't like some Google person own Zoom too?
I don't, but the word is Zoom. It's the complete opposite of Zoom. It's like, okay, a conversation like we're having right now is Zooming. That is the stalest, worst thing ever. Because you gotta wait,
and it's like a delay.
And people are dropping out, and grandma's walking naked in the background, and you got like people, like a dog barking, and the phone's ringing. It's like,
and
it's
people
stupid.
leaving
their mic on,
leaving their mic on when they're going to bed.
Okay, that is not conducive for learning. Okay, I can't wait for school choice. Okay, I could go on about this, but school choice is coming whether you like it or not. Okay, the president said that multiple times. Okay, the people who are destroying schools are the teachers. Believe it or not, the unions have weaponized themselves so that they have these teachers who are going, we will not go back to our classrooms because of, guess what? Too late. You guys just freaking played. You remember when Ronald Reagan played, I'm dating myself right now, when he played chicken with the air traffic controllers, the ATC. The air traffic controllers thought they were going to be able to go on strike, and the President Reagan said, nice try. We're going to bring in some military guys. They got the show now. Adios, guys.
We got a hat now, Brian.
Oh, look at that. We are the news hat.
I had to make it myself.
Look at this, guys.
Because I'm cheap like that.
Okay, I got to see this. Wow. Okay, guys. If you tune into our website, we right there, we are selling. No, actually, this is homemade right there.
This is a one-off.
This is.
I took a hat and I just painted over it.
So, anyway. This is pretty cool, I gotta say.
I wanted a shirt that said it like really small in the pocket so that people, when we go out, people and we're videotaping people, they know that we're like trying to
Be the fake news.
be the fake news. I want people to think we're fake
No,
news.
you know what I gotta do? I gotta get a
No,
shady system.
I always want people to understand that don't know that it means we the people of the news. Screw fake news. Fake news is fake is fake. Fake is
fake is fake.
I
That's pretty good. I like that.
I want to say
you
that
caught yourself
word.
right there. You caught yourself. Was he gonna cuss? Did I just?
No,
Fake is fake.
No,
Whoa.
it's fake is fake. Yeah, and that's what we do here on our page here. Is
I
we
have
like
to call people out. That's one thing I can't do, especially photographers. When we went to Seal Beach, and I knew there wasn't going to be anything crazy at Seal Beach because I saw all of the fake news was there, and they're making sure they got the story. But their photographers set up on tripods, and they sit there and they get their white balancer. They do everything. They white balance and they frame up and they make it a pretty picture. I will call them out every single time. I cannot handle that they're over there in these communities wearing their mask, going over there and spreading their disease. When I say disease, fake news is a disease. So you get the reporter, you get the cameraman. They're both wearing their mask, and it's just like, come on, you clowns, come on, ditch the mask and get out of town, man. Oh no, they got to sit there and do their story and do their stand-up. I will troll them every single time. Call them fake news. I'll call them fake news if they go live. If I'm there, I'll call them fake news. Hey guys, we got fake news here. They hate
Wouldn't
me.
you love you actually saw CNN? We never see CNN. That'd be cool to see CNN, man.
A lot of these crews though, they have I guess security now, you know? So they walk around with security in case guys like me try to ruin their stand-up. I don't ruin their stand-up. I'll stand up and do a stand-up right next to you. I'll be part of your stand-up. So while they're doing a stand-up, I'll be in the background. No, I won't. Well, I won't be breakdance or popping. I'm going to be like talking about them. Just like reporting live from the scene. We have fake news here, and I've done that before. And it's just like, that's what I'll do. I'll do that next time.
So we are at 2 hours and 11 minutes. That's a long.
Okay, guys.
I'm having fun.
I haven't said anybody.
I haven't said hi to anyone really that much.
Sorry, guys.
Truth belongs to God, Tim Alexander says. Revelation belongs to God. But revelation can belong to us too, personal revelation. We can receive personal revelation from God. And that's what we do when we pray. We ask for answers to, to questions that we have. That's what prayer is for. And then we listen for answers. But that's an intuitive thing that you have to learn. That's something you have to learn how to. That's a skill.
I'm looking at what other people are saying. Somebody said, okay, Arthur. I like this Arthur guy. The Vatican is going down. Okay. I'm just going to say I'm bragging right now because I've got a lot of Italian patriot friends. I don't know what the heck they're saying, but I just see Q and I see the same posts and I see the same memes in Italian. And they weigh in on stuff and I can see all their posts. And sometimes I press translate, and I do the fake book translate thing and I see what they're saying. And I can kind of grasp what they're saying. But they're saying stuff and they're dropping the bombs because that is their backyard. The Vatican, Italy, they talk about all the priests that have been doing their thing for eons. They talk about the buildings that they did it in. They talk about where crazy things are being found and where the symbolisms are all over their buildings. Their
symbolism will be their downfall.
Yes.
It's people. That's another conversation I would love to have. Deep conversation that we've been having lately, Brian, about symbolism and how deep it is, like how like
the symbols are deep.
Well, just like level of like there's no words, but a symbol can go across all languages. Like someone sees a symbol and everybody knows what it means. And it means so many different things. And it's powerful. There really is power in someone looking at a symbol and processing it or wearing it, putting it in their logo. They do this because it's a way for them to flash their signs, but it's also to give things power too.
It's so subtle.
It's
so very subtle.
It's real. It's
and
very
it's
real.
Everywhere. And
I feel like I'm just like just the very tip of understanding like symbols, and it's very interesting. I don't know. There's so much you don't know. The more you learn, it's so true. The more you learn, the more you realize how much you don't No.
So yeah, you saying this earlier. We thought we were like out of the matrix. We were cruising around. Heidi and I were like walking around
Like
by
remember
ourselves.
when we're like, wow,
We're like high fiving each other.
oh,
Hey, we're out of the
yeah,
matrix.
man, they fake school shootings. Did you know that? Did you know they fake
Oh,
school
we
shootings?
know so much,
Man,
Heidi.
they fake Sandy
Oh my
Hook was
gosh,
fake.
we're
9/11 was
researchers.
fake.
We're researchers.
And then all of a sudden,
Bam.
of the Matrix.
I
And
can't
now,
move my feet.
And now I'm at the level. I'm at the point where I see the symbols with the I don't know what it was. Is it 33,000 miles around the Earth? Is that what they say it
Oh
is?
no, Heidi, you're showing your flat
No,
earther.
no, I'm not. I'm not. I'm talking about symbols. If it's 33,000, I can't remember it now. I think that's the number that it was. Like 33,000 miles around the Earth, right? Like, what are the odds that it's 33? Really?
How about the curvature of the
Really?
everything? The
So,
numbers start going.
so if the gatekeepers, as Brian was calling them, right? The gatekeepers, the people that, starting with the Gutenberg press, the ones that are printing the information that we are all consuming
Yes.
and going, oh, well, the scientists say it's, who's measuring that? Who's actually measuring if it's 33,000 miles? It's a freaking symbol. That's a made up number. It's a freaking Masonic number that has power. So so this is where I'm thinking, okay, so if that number is fake, there's so many scientific experiences that are based off of numbers.
Guys, we never went to
fake
the moon.
numbers.
Okay, guys, let's just get this straight. If you're watching and you shouldn't be watching us right now, guys, it's Monday morning. Go to sleep. If you shouldn't be watching us, then this is big boy talk right now, okay? Okay, I'm saying this because we never went to the freaking moon, okay? NASA's a waste of money and a waste of time. This pisses a lot of people off when I talk like that because you know what? Truth hurts. And when I say truth, it's cognitive dissonance, guys. You guys are struggling. I'm not saying you guys. There might be a couple of you in here that are chiming in, but we never went to the freaking moon, guys. Period. We can't even get past the Van Allen belt. We can't do it, okay? So what are we looking at out there? Who the heck knows what we're looking at there? But it's not what you think it is, okay, guys?
So you gotta ask the question. If that number is made up, how many other numbers are made up? Because how many people can actually measure the circumference of the Earth? How many people on this planet have the ability to do that? So if you think about all the scientific information that we have that's based off numbers that are, so much of science is fake. So much of it is. Not only is our history fake, we're gonna need, Brian also talks about this. This is Brian's thing. He used to say, because people like you guys who are woke on this are gonna be the ones teaching the new history, okay? Because the old history, all that stuff.
I love quote unquote history, and I know that the victor. So the victor gets the spoils. So the victor also writes all the books. Guys, the books are bogus, okay? History is not what you think it is, especially because the Rothschilds are behind a lot of this history that we have. They've been able, the Anti-Defamation League, they've been able to control a lot of the narrative that's out there. Look at the establishment of the ADL. Look at how they came about. Oh, Brian Bay, he's an anti-Semite now. Oh, you guys got to start thinking for yourselves, especially if you're a Q researcher. If you're a Q researcher and you're still listening to AJ, I know you, Alex Jones, and all that stuff. Guys, read your Q post. I love people who only read 95%, but they're like, oh, I still dabble in this. There is a lot of stuff that you're going to be learning about very soon. Dude, Halloween's coming out, Heidi. Halloween is BS, guys. That's some satanic stuff right there. I sound like I used to look at the Christians that would do that. Oh, we celebrate the harvest. We're not going to do Halloween. And I used to laugh and I go, look at these guys, man. They're pansies,
They
man.
can't even have fun.
They can't even have fun with blood, man. Blood and gore. It's
and
like
vampires and witches.
Holy freak. Those guys were way woke on that stuff before I was. I was still psyoped wearing freaking Halloween costumes like a retard. Guys, step your game up and learn about all the symbolism that is out there and a lot of the things that we celebrate. Easter.
Why do we celebrate a satanic holiday?
Why don't we celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ? Why don't we celebrate Easter? What the freak is Easter? How about all the symbolism behind the Christmas tree? Guys, how many times can I actually say this till my freaking mouth is just parched and dry and I'm just saying the same thing over and over and over again? But Christmas isn't what you think it is. Guys, look at that tree and the symbolism behind the wreath and the tree and the holly and everything. And Santa Claus. Ooh, Santa. what was that called again, Heidi? When you play the game, remember in Soul Train or in American Bandstand, they scramble the name of the song or the group or whatever. That's what you do with Santa Claus, okay? Santa. The games are. This is
I don't know what you're talking about.
Satan. Um,
I thought it meant saint. Santa doesn't mean saint. Santa
oh,
Santa
you're playing
Claus?
that game? You're still believing that stuff?
No,
Yeah,
I didn't know that it meant. I didn't know that it
the
meant.
plays on everything, guys. How about that? How about that? In Germany, they have this monster that eats kids. What is it called again?
Uh,
Okay, regardless, there's so much symbolism out there that is false. The traditions of man are false.
or
The things that
bad.
we practice are freaking Halloween. What the freak is that, dude? Okay, start looking into. Okay. Count Dracula, blood, adrenochrome. Um, we know enough about that already, and we're
We know
still going to
witches.
dress
We
up
know
our kids as vampires.
We
Yes.
know witches are real. Why? Yeah.
You can't.
The more I think about it, it's like celebrating something does you give your
You give it
energy
power.
to it. You give it
Yeah.
power by celebrating it, even if it's just
And
for
not only
fun.
that, not only that, but
It's
the
just for fun.
Luciferians laugh.
They laugh
They
at you
laugh and
guys.
mock
They
you.
laugh at us, all of us, for celebrating their high holidays, which are all about death and gore and
Sacrifice.
witchcraft and skeletons, and that's all. And we all thought it was so fun and it's scary.
Guess what,
That's
guys?
fun to
The
be scared.
sacrificing of
I
virgins
don't-
still exists.
I don't
This
even
is all
watch scary
crap,
movies
okay?
anymore. I'm like, why? Why
The
do I
stuff that
want?
they do, I know, but the stuff they do is not about Hollywood anymore. Hollywood depicts what they do in real life, okay? So what they do and what you think they do, they sit there and they do it in real life behind, okay, spirit cooking. Maria Abramovich. She is a quote unquote an artist who goes around and she does her exhibits and she sets up her installation in a local museum and she invites people over and has the big engagement where she wines and dines everybody and they come and look at all her art. That is some BS. Spirit cooking is exactly what they do on the other
Well,
side.
I hate it because it's always under the
It's a
guise.
simulation.
It's under the guise of art. That's how these freak shows have been able to get
Traffic kids all over the world.
have been able to do a ton of things, not just traffic kids, but do actual like rituals. Like they do.
Satanic
Like,
rituals aren't against the law, but don't pretend like you're not doing a satanic ritual.
Yeah.
That's a satanic. Once you
I
start,
was
once
gonna say
you
even in their like music videos, they're like it's just art, but it'll be some really like so many of these music videos, this new crap music, are so freaking dark. They're about
but it's
death
not
and
new,
they're
Heidi. It's
scary
not
and the
new.
weird
It's
music.
all okay.
But-
They're simulating spirit cooking in what's his name? What's that guy's name again? Don't come around here no more. Tom Petty. Tom Petty. Alice in Wonderland.
Or
We don't need to go any
even
further.
Katy
That
Perry.
checkerboard floors. The whole entire "Don't Come Around Here No More" is all about Alice in Wonderland, and they do spirit cooking in there. They're eating Alice's body's made out of cake. Okay, that's a simulation of. Okay, they're simulating what they do on the other side. And the other side means behind closed doors, where nobody
But
talks
also
about
like
it. They
the
eat
Super Bowl
humans.
halftime show. And all these things, it's always done under the guise of art or the Arts and Embassies program, where they traffic children unchecked by the world.
Or the art that was
courts.
done at that tunnel opening,
Oh yeah, exactly.
or the art in the Olympics when they have
Or they're just
the Olympics, they have their little stupid show and they're like showing COVID in London. They were showing all these COVID things and a giant baby and all this.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. man.
or the
I think we're just barfing all over everybody right now.
I don't know.
We're sorry for barfing.
there's just
Barfing doesn't make sense sometimes, you know?
no, it doesn't. We're just like showing the patterns. It's like look at right here, look at right here, look at right here. It's just like in the music videos. It's dark stuff that doesn't. It's not. That's part of the communism. Truly is satanic. It really is. Remember that we were reading on communism. One of the thing is to take over the art and to make it shapeless and meaningless and we already see that they do
It's ugly.
that.
Art is
It's
ugly.
ugly. They're trying to make even the models.
Okay, art was always
Fine,
beautiful.
you're cutting me off. Even the models they use ugly people. Have you noticed? Like these high fashion models, they're really weird looking people. They pick weird. They're trying to change our idea of beauty. They're trying to get us to not aspire to greatness. They're trying they're making art things, and it'll be like just a stupid sculpture in the middle of a big, huge city. It's just a blob of nothing. It's not inspiring. It's not beautiful. What happened to, the Renaissance? What happened to Michelangelo? These statues that once were inspiring because they're beautiful. Like that's what bothers me so much as someone that I love aesthetics. I love good art. I love beauty.
No. It's beauty. It's not good art. It's beauty. You love beauty.
I love beauty. I love creating things that are beautiful. I just I love beautifying things, whether it's in the garden. I love planting things. I love I can't stand that there's gross art in public spaces, and it's done purposefully because there's a deep communist satanic agenda to get rid of things kind of that are beautiful and to like make things dark and ugly. And I think we can all see that. We can see it all around us. It's even with fashion. I don't know what's going on with girls right now, but when we would go to pick up our son at high school, the girls were dressed so ugly. It's like they're purposely making themselves ugly. I don't get it. They flood their pants. I don't know. It's a really ugly style.
It could be that you're just an old mom.
No.
You're not cool anymore.
Because then you see a girl that's dressed like a girl, pretty in a dress or whatever, and you're like, yeah, more of that. Less of that and more of like beautiful. Like why? That's not appealing to a man. 'Cause I don't care about appealing to men anymore, but we got to get back to that. We got to get back to making ladies and men gentlemen. We need to be ladies and
just
gentlemen.
showing off my shirt, guys. Michelle Steele, running for Congress, right here. We don't like Harley.
Oh, gnarly Ruda.
Hardly knew ya, because you're going to be one term, sucker. Adios,
He stole
cheater.
He cheated.
You cheater. And it's not me, it's your deep state partners that cheated and flipped switches and made things happen and harvested and did all that thing. You guys, good luck trying to really win an actual seat in Congress when it's a fair, level playing field. Good luck. Adios. Not going to see you. I'm not going to see you anymore. Guys, I think we might be winding up. This is
winding down?
Winding up.
Why would you be winding up? You mean down?
No, we're winding up the watch. We can go for another hour.
Goblin says, I can't stand when I see elderly people wearing masks. It makes me want to freak out. Oh, that was from a long time ago. Sorry. Goblin Killer. I like your name. Goblin Killer HD. Is that like a video game or something? Agenda 21. Agenda 30. What's Agenda 30?
2030.
Well, he just says Agenda 30.
I think it's Agenda 2030.
What's up, Four Corners? How's it going? Are you just getting here? Because we were just getting ready to say goodbye. You're late, man.
But you know what, though? Four Corners, one thing, though. We have a friend here in Huntington Beach. Her name's Charlene. What's up, Charlene, if you're watching? What's up?
Oh, yeah, we thought of you, Four Corners, Ricky, because
Charlene, we missed you on Friday. We were trying to get out there, and we couldn't get out there. But we wanted to see you in Orange because she is like you.
She was like, just like you.
National Assembly.
She was telling us all about the National Assembly. She's like, you guys, you got to understand, it's the other branch of the government, that we the people. And I was like, dude, my friend Ricky from Four Corners Report has been trying to teach me about all this stuff. And she's like, she was like she wanted to teach us, but she was also cute. Like, so she was like connecting everything. But she's really big in it. And she, like, you know how you have your meetings? Maybe everybody does that. So she was having a meeting, with the local National Assembly that she's trying to put together. And she was just so excited about it. And I was excited because I've learned from you, Ricky, about it. And so I kind of knew a little bit. I understood some of the things that she was saying, and I want to learn more.
I forgot his name was Ricky.
That's okay.
Hook
me up with her. Okay, yeah, I know. I was telling her. I was like, dude, there's this. I go, everybody should be talking.
She's my friend Charlene.
I'm going to give you her information because she was super smart and super interesting to talk to. Very, very good at teaching. about the national. She was like on fire. She was like, this
She
government.
was-
She was like, this is the, what did she call it? This is de facto. She kept calling this is the de facto government. These are not even, these people should not even be running for anything because it's the de facto government, which I didn't really understand what she was saying, quite honestly. I didn't understand.
Well, it has everything to do with the Act of 1871. That's when the government in the United States was turned into a corporation. This is not the real. There's two
But was she saying
constitutions.
that we shouldn't even have Congress?
Well, when the corporation of the United States is done, which is going to be very soon, then it's going to then we will be acting not as a corporation, but acting as a government when people are the government rather than the corporation.
Okay.
That doesn't help anybody.
But she was saying, but she was saying like the people, because we were listening to people that were running for Congress and for city council, and she was kind of saying that is even the de facto government, which I think that's what she was saying.
Yes.
So even to have
the government that we have right now is de facto government.
I don't know, Ricky. I'll have to come. I haven't been into your
That's from what I understand. Thank you, Charlene.
stream,
Maybe I'm wrong.
but I will come, and I have some questions.
I shouldn't be talking about the national.
I know we don't know anything about it.
So that's me being a kook.
Yeah, we don't know anything. So I'm gonna come to your live stream and learn and ask questions because I gotta learn more, and I'm gonna hook you up with Charlene. Anyway, what else is up? What else is going on? I'm just saying hi to people now. Let's see. Have her leave a message on one of my videos. Okay. Angel, California. Are you asking if we're in California or we are in California? If that's what you're asking, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm behind on the comments. Thank you, Tim, for liking my hat. I'm pretty skilled at hand painting letters. I've done a lot of lettering in my life, so I like to. That's one of my things I like to do is hand letter things.
She used to be a tagger.
I did a lot of like.
She has a Sharpie. She has a big chisel tip Sharpie, and she writes her name. What's your street name? Yo, what's your street name?
I need a street name. I don't have a street name. Heidi on the block.
No, Heidi. It'd be like.
No, I don't know.
It'd be more like.
It's gotta have. I have to earn it. I gotta earn my street name.
Street cred?
No.
Heidi the Punisher.
I got a little bit of street cred, right? I've been on the streets a little bit.
Talk a lot of smack.
I talk a lot of smack. I make white college age girls gasp. I did gasp when I told them to get off the Democrat plantation. They were like, "You are so racist. I can't believe you said such a racist thing."
Well, if they only knew that you identified as a brown person, then they would know.
Call me racist. I'll wear it as a badge of honor. It just means
you can't be racist if you're brown. So anybody who's out there who's white,
you're a patriot.
If you're white out there, just you can say anything you want. Just say, "Hey, I identify as brown." There we go. You're
say,
good.
"Yo, wow, I can't be racist. I'm brown." Yo.
You
gotta play that card, man. Use their rules against them.
And I've said this again. When we play a game when I'm in the car and when there's a turning lane and we're in a turning lane, there's cars turning towards us and we can see them. I always ask my kids, I was like, because we're in Southern California, I'm like, what nationality are you? That's a fun game to play because my kids are like spitting all kinds. Especially the little ones like, this.
Chinese? Oh, yes. I don't know. It's fun. It's fun.
There was a guy. I was reading a post today and it was pretty funny because he got a hold of a video from the opposition side that was showing him being like, they were like trying to make him look like a bad guy. It was in Yorba Linda. And they're like, how did you get that video? And he said, ancient Chinese secret. I heard the voice.
It's okay.
I know,
but it's okay.
But do you remember that commercial?
Yes.
You don't remember that commercial?
I think
it was
It's fun to laugh. It's fun.
Or how about the dog that speaks with a Mexican accent? You get a Vato, Vato.
I know. Now that's
like
racist.
Vato.
It's like, who cares?
Chihuahuas are Mexican,
Nobody
Vato.
cared before. Now all of a sudden we care.
See, I even work on my accent there. I try. I don't even know if it works, but
I know.
Okay,
so I'll tell you
accent,
a little
Vato.
story. My son was telling us that he on Instagram. He's on Instagram, and there's someone talking about their dance for their school was going to be a Hawaiian themed dance. And this, I think he said he was Korean. This Korean kid chimes in and goes, I don't think it's appropriate. I don't think it's cultural appropriation to have a Hawaiian theme because Hawaiians might not like that you're using their culture as a theme. These are high school children saying we can't have a luau because that's like insanity, you guys. Insanity.
Okay.
So my son goes in there and he goes, as a Hawaiian, I'm not offended by that. I can't. I don't know exactly.
There's two other Hawaiians too. He said
two other Hawaiians chimed in and were like, "Yeah, dude, like that's weird." And why are you, a Korean, speaking on behalf of the Hawaiian culture?
That's so racist. You know what? Korean? That's a racist Korean right there.
Anyway.
I'm just kidding. Maybe he's not racist. Maybe he's just dumb.
So yeah. So I told my son, just make sure these people understand that when someone does something like that, they're celebrating a culture. They like the culture. Like that's not. How do we teach these kids? That's so illogical.
Guys, get your Aloha shirt, get your Hawaiian shirt, and just go rock it like the FBI. Just go wear it and freaking just walk around like you own the place. Period.
I mean, how many of these hula troops would be just decimated if only Hawaiians were allowed to dance the hula? It's mostly white and Asian people in these hula troops. It makes me funny because I'm like, there's no Polynesians in this hula troop. It's all clearly Filipinos and white girls. Anyway.
But it's all cool.
But I don't care. They're doing it because they love
the culture.
The culture. They love the dance. It's like, who freaking cares?
Every once in a while,
people need to simmer down.
Every once in a while, I want to wear the Hawaiian cop badge and walk out there and just go, wait, stop. Who here is Hawaiian? And just ask them to show their ID.
I know.
No,
I know.
I don't care. Who cares? Nobody cares.
Stupid.
I don't care.
We live in a stupid world where these stupid people make everything about race. It's like,
okay,
stop.
Enough. We're dragging it. We're dragging it, Heidi.
We're dragging.
Yeah, it's 1:56. I don't know, guys.
Hawaiian theme party. Good job, Goblin. Brian the Hawaiian is not offended that you had a Hawaiian theme party.
Well, you know what?
Did you put the flower in the correct side of your ear?
If I give you my Venmo and you give me some Hawaiian reparations, then I will allow you to have your hula themed party.
You just have to give him some land.
Just
pay for his trip.
Let me give you my Venmo. Let me give you my Venmo,
and then it's okay.
We'll do that.
Just give him some reparations.
So stupid. People are so dumb. People are so dumb.
You're not allowed to dress. Like if I dress as a Native American.
Well, you have Native American
privilege. I know, so I can I have 7% Native American in me. So can I dress like a Native American and be cultural? Like what percentage do you have to? It's for checking blood now. It's so dumb. We live in the dumbest world. Our poor children are getting stupider.
Unless you're
pull your kids out of public school for crying out loud. It's just
public school's done, guys.
Rotting their brains.
Okay, public school's done. I don't know what else to say. We need to wrap this up. Heidi, you know why?
It's getting late.
Because
it's 3 a.m. Arthur, look at you. You're a champ. You're up at 3 a.m. with us.
No, it's so he's probably in Arizona or he's in the mountain time zone. But
Arthur, where are you watching from? Oh, we got Oklahoma in here. James, you're watching late too.
Oklahoma.
What's up, Oklahoma? That's where my Cherokee Nation's from. My Cherokee side is from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah. So I have a little bit of my grandma was born in Oklahoma, so that's I don't have very many connections, but outside of California, family-wise, but Oklahoma. My grandma, I've been to Oklahoma. I've met my Oklahoma relatives, and they're just as warm as you would imagine.
Oklahoma.
Like they're just there really is.
I've heard nothing but good things about Oklahoma and Texas.
Yes.
Both of them, because I heard somebody that went to a football game, and it was both of them, just like the most hospitable people in the world.
Very impressed. Like everyone that I've met from Oklahoma, people, I'm very impressed with whatever is going on in that part of the country. Texas and Oklahoma, you guys are.
You raised some
You
Some
guys,
people
you guys
with
must have,
etiquette.
you guys must have
You have
conservative.
some
You
friendly
must have
people.
some conservative values over there, because there's some. No, even I'm sure even the libtards are nicer there than they are here. We've got some of them.
They're rude, man. Libtards are rude.
And you know what? Californians are not super friendly. They're really not. I mean, we are, but there's a lot of California. It's like people don't really talk that much. They don't talk enough. I don't think California, we're not so open.
Well, we talk about mundane, foolish.
People don't, I don't know.
We shoot the breeze about nothing.
But we don't have, communities are not as community as they should be. I don't know. I only live here.
I think this is bringing people together. The election is bringing people together. I think this is changing the way, it's especially the way people, I see people putting flags out. It's not even anywhere close to Veterans Day or 4th of July.
You know what that lady said? She said I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But she was saying that, going along with what you're saying, is that because there's nothing else to do, people are walking the neighborhood a lot more because there's nowhere to go. So people are taking walks more, and through all these walks people are taking, they're talking to their neighbors, and they're just kind of hanging out now for the first time because everybody's at home, so they're getting to know their neighborhood. So there are a lot of good things that have come out of COVID. As stupid as it is, there's a lot of good things.
Public education.
Yep.
The wall, it couldn't get funding for the wall. Now the wall's more secure than ever, including Mexico paying for 27,000 troops to be on their our southern border. That's another good thing. Medicine, another good thing.
Arthur's coming from Canada, Saskatchewan.
Dude, what's up,
Moose Jaw, Canada, Saskatchewan. Wow, that's awesome. Nice to meet you guys.
We love Canadians. They're funny.
Oh my gosh, every Canadian I've ever met.
They got a great sense of humor.
You guys are the funny. All the comedians in Hollywood are Canadian. They're the funniest people.
Guys, you guys have a very optimistic outlook on life, and that's what I like about Canadians. For the most part, is they're pretty. I've seen that they're always just funny,
just chill and funny, and
cool to hang out with. I don't drink beer, but hey, I might have a beer with them, just so I can say, hey, drink a beer, That's a horrible accent. I know,
That's all we know.
That's all I know.
That's all we got.
That's all we got.
That's all we got, Arthur.
All we got.
That's all we got, That's all we got is the stereotype. The stereotypical Canadian that says
We don't. Yeah.
I wish I knew more.
We're losers like that.
No, the Canadians are funny.
Except for Trudeau. Trudeau's not funny. That guy's a friggin'. No. Did you know?
He's really Cuban, man. His dad's Fidel.
And one of my favorite videos of him, first of all, is when his eyebrow starts falling. I love that video.
I love that so much.
That's so funny.
And when Nancy's nose is falling off, the tape
Nancy's
is coming
nose
off.
is putty.
Why do people have these fake? What's going on? They're like taped together. I'm not sure if they're human.
Who's another?
Justin Fidel Trudeau.
Justin Fidel Trudeau.
We know your mom and Fidel had a little rendezvous. We read that they crossed paths there, and dang, you look a lot like him, just like Angela. She looks like a lot like her daddy.
Angela.
Her biological father.
Angela.
Anywho, wow, we're almost at 3 hours, Brian. I thought we were going to stop at 2. But we're at 2:43. Okay. You know what? We had to make
243. I love you. Remember that? I used to type that. I used to text you that.
That's 143.
Oh gosh, man. We love you. That's what it was. I was with the kids, and I was going 243. We love you.
That never happened. You just made that up. Never happened. Well, you know what? This is to make up because we haven't done a live stream for a long time, so we had a lot to say.
Why haven't we done a live stream, Heidi?
Because I'm grumpy or you're grumpy.
It's not working.
I'm homeschooling my kids, and I am like, it's kicking my butt. They're like, Gavin Newsom made California
homeschoolers jump through hoops as if they were
schools, like jump through hoops. They made it like I got to be super legit, like, and keep like records and like plan things out. It's good. It's good in some ways, to really have a plan, but it's making me really tired. I'm just tired at the end of the day because it's certain children need a lot more prodding when it comes to doing school. So anyway, I'm tired and you're tired all the time. And we're just, at night we try to do the live streams and then I'm like, I'm not into it. Or you're like, I'm not into it. I don't know how to do it. But tonight we were both feeling it. So we came back. Anyway, thank you. Yeah, we're super stoked that we are at 20,400 and something followers on our page. And that's just like that's a big deal. Like we're super...
We love sharing truth with people. And you know, a lot of people don't agree with us, but if I hope that if you're hanging out, you've learned something or we've been able to share something.
And we're learning from you. We're learning from you, Arthur, and Josie was in here earlier. We're learning from all you guys. That's why we do this, to learn and share and exchange.
And thank you for sharing.
Exchange positive vibes and energy.
We hope the president comes to California soon. We're waiting. We're excited. That's one of the things that we're excited for. Other than that, I'm just kind of like, sometimes it's just, it is what it is.
Tim's giving me some advice. He said, tired a lot. Ground with the earth. Take a barefoot walk in the grass.
Grounding.
I do
we
that.
Love that. We love grounding.
I just learned about grounding. Brian had me watch a documentary on it. He's like, Heidi, you got to watch this. You got to learn about grounding. Really, again, one of those therapeutic things.
I want to tie a wire to my toe when I go to bed.
Hidden information. Simplest thing.
It's right up with the frequency, like the frequencies that they use and they broadcast on.
If you don't know about grounding, look it up on YouTube and watch. There's a guy that made, or was that on where was that video?
I don't do Netflix.
I know, but you showed me a video, and he was the guy who like basically discovered it, kind of. No, he didn't discover it, but he studied it and made this documentary. Yeah, our earth has a frequency, and our bodies, when it matches that frequency, it can heal. And so people were using some sort of metal rod in the earth and then connected to them in bed. And they were finding all kinds of amazing things happening to the body if you were just connected to the frequency. Basically, it was the frequency.
You were grounding out to you were grounding.
You were matching the frequency of the earth or whatever, right? That's basically what it is. But Tim, I need to do that more. I am kind of a barefoot lady. Ask Brian. He was always annoyed because my feet are dirty. And sometimes I come to bed with dirty feet. Not anymore. I just walk around everywhere barefoot. I just like being barefoot, especially when I'm pregnant.
She's Hawaiian.
Like being barefoot and pregnant. I do. I've always been a barefoot kind of person. So yeah, Brian had to train me to wash my feet. But I'm not. I wear flip flops all the time now. Not as dirty as I used to be.
You make that sound really gross.
I know. That sounds
You're
weird.
dirty.
Dirty girl. Yeah, I'm not really dirty. I'm not a dirty person. Walk at the beach. I miss the ocean. Yes, and the Brian taught me that the waves give off ions.
Negative ions.
Negative ions.
All that action on the water right there is good for the body. I mean, there's just like it's good to be at the water's edge. It's good to feel the air. It's good to feel the sun. It's good to be grounded out. It's good to step on hypodermic needles when you're walking to the water and to see floating condoms in the ocean.
Oh my gosh, Brandon. That's
no, but
unfortunate.
No, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. Come on. You're making Huntington Beach sound really good.
No,
it's not even like that, Brandon.
Although I did see a hypodermic needle in Newport Beach when we were there the other day. I was kind of like, whoa, that's
Goblin.
What?
I don't know. I just read the comment. I don't really know what it has to do with anything. But your name makes me think that it has to do with you, because you're a goblin killer, kicking reptilian ass, slaughter them, slit their head off.
Wow.
Are you talking about what you do? What you do?
He's a goblin.
Oh, wait. Maybe he's having a conversation with someone. The demon wrath are similar to the Skeksis and Skeksis in the dark crystal. Pathetic and weak. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look up that word. Cis goblin. I'm with you on the reptilians though, man. I've seen their eyes in the YouTube videos where their eyes, they close their eyes and then they have like snake eyes. They open them and they've got like snake eyes. Have you seen all those videos? I'm like, is this real? Like this news anchor where there's snake eyes coming and she closes them and the videos slow down so you can see the snake
Okay,
eyes.
did you see the one where Hillary, she's coughing and she coughs in a cup and like
The green.
it was actually like a salamander came out of her mouth and it was just swimming around the jar. See, like how I made that. I created a new
Conspiracy.
Someone
someone said it was eggs,
folklore.
like reptilian eggs. She was like laying eggs
No,
in the
like,
glass.
and then they're like swimming around. So it's like,
I love that we are conspiracy theorists, but we can make fun of conspiracies. We can totally make fun of them because they're crazy, right? I mean, the things that we know are true are to the normies, totally insane. They think we're insane. They really think we're insane. And we're looking at them going, you're in the matrix. That's sad. You're in the matrix. And I want to help you. I want to help you get out of the matrix. But you're so in the matrix that you can't even see.
No. It's almost like they want to be in the matrix. No, I don't think they want to be in the matrix. But I feel like sometimes they push, they fight back. They fight back.
It hurts to like come out of the matrix. Like it's painful because it means so much of your world is not real.
This is the
thing. You love Hollywood. You love movies in Hollywood.
Do you remember that part of the Matrix when they're shooting bullets at them? That's me. Like when they try to shoot bullets at me, I'm like...
You're Neo?
So, on that, I think we better cut it because I can't...
Okay, I'm going to end with this. To anyone out there who's ever going to watch this, it's really late. I don't know if you're going to watch all the way to the end like this. But please, watch the president in his own words. Listen to him.
They already do. These people.
I know, but
later on the line.
No, but I'm just saying, and always encourage people that hate the president. Always encourage them to listen to him without the filter of the fake news. Remind people to do that. It's that simple. The president is selling himself. Like he can sell himself just fine without the filter of fake news. I mean, if you just listen to him, he's super likable. If you listen to what he's doing, it's super good things. So just tell all your libtard friends to please just watch the president without the filter of fake news. And I say aloha.
Can I say something before we go?
Farewell. What?
I don't know. I just wanted to say something like moving or something.
Some quote. Like you wanted to have some smart thing to say then. Trump 2020. Oh,
I've got nothing.
I've got
nothing.
Come on, Brian.
Guys.
Research for yourself and you will be surprised what you find. And Tim, your word is cheers. You know how my word is rad? And Tim always says cheers. And I always have to go, is he British? Because that's like a...
Cheerio.
No, do they say cheers? Do British people say cheers? Who says that? That's like a European thing, right? To say cheers. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not.
I like that.
But that's you, Tim. I love that.
That's sophistication, man. Because if you say cheers, then Heidi hears you saying cheers with a British accent. So she automatically thinks if you got a British accent, he's speaking the Queen's English, who's a lizard, and it's so no.
Illuminati confirmed.
Illuminati confirmed. Cheers.
Illuminati is confirmed. Illuminati is real. Reptilians are real. Transgenders are everywhere.
Shapeshifters
are everywhere. The world is insane, but Donald Trump is saving the world, and the Q plan is saving the world. And every single one of us that's here gets to participate in some of the great, I don't know, what do you call it, the greatest events?
This is one of the greatest things that will ever happen in our lifetime. To watch the cabal
and feel privileged, and this is privilege that you get to be a part of this, because there's so many people that are afraid and living in fear, and they're like, they have no idea how good things are.
Keep on sharing, guys. Again, to those people that are out there,
share your joy.
Share your joy with others. That especially the joy of knowing what you know, and be optimistic and be a light into their lives. There's people again that we can't reach. They're your friends, your family. Do what you gotta do. Be patient with them. I'm not very patient. You guys
Yes.
can be patient.
I
okay?
encourage. That's my
Exercise patience.
challenge to all of you.
Exercise some
is
patience.
to talk to that family member or that friend that hates you because of your beliefs and try to build a bridge just with one person.
Build on common beliefs, guys.
Build a bridge.
You guys can find something that you guys both agree on. On that note, we're gonna leave you a good night, okay? Good night.
Brian's done.
I'm done.
Okay. I'm gonna end this one.
Adios,
And then
YouTubes, and all our YouTube friends.
thank you for joining us.
And Usher, I didn't see your name, but
We didn't
and
see
your
you,
friend,
Eve, either.
Eve, we miss you. I know you probably thought we gave up on this. Well, we did. We're back for a little bit.
Good
We'll see.
night, Tim. Thanks for hanging out. And Goblin Killer.
Goblin Killer.
Goblin Killer HD. in
Goblin
the
Killer.
house. Cool name. Who else is here? I think Glenn's gone. Four
Glenn,
Corners.
Four Corner
Good
report.
to see you. Four Corners. Angel. Someone named Angel. Yes. And then whoever else is watching that's shy. It's okay. It's okay to be shy.
It's okay to hide.
It's okay to just.
It's okay. We like you still.
We like you.
Hey, but if I see you and you know me personally and you're watching this and you're not telling it, just do like Robert F. Kennedy and just look at me and go, and I'll get it.
I'll go, oh.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, wait. Did we even end this yet? God bless Goblin. Come back. We'll come back soon. And, yeah. Have a wonderful evening. Or, it's not really evening. It's morning. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah, go make coffee and eggs.
Be positive.
Go make some pancakes. Get a stack for me.
Okay. For
Night.
reals. Good night. How do I end this?